I am live.
Yep, we are live.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. I am UnsungNPC.
Oh, should probably not have this on the screen that I'm sending.
And doing this kind of co-op streaming deal here. We have Pondor with me.
Hi. That's
Uh,
me.
do you want to do like a little intro or anything? Or
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about what I do, myself and
heck
all
yeah.
that. So I am a Twitch streamer. I play Kingmaker up until now. I am currently the world record holder and also the only active speedrunner of Kingmaker. I just last night got a new record of 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 53 seconds. Um, I was so close. I was trying to get that sub 3 because last night was my last chance before Wrath released, but didn't quite get there. Got close. And I made two mistakes that cost me the sub 3. I made two mistakes that cost me between 4 and 5 minutes. If I hadn't done that, I would have got it. But still a pretty good run. Still happy with the time. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am also currently trying to get Kingmaker into a upcoming speedrunning marathon. Um,
Heck yeah.
but I'm really bad at typing things out and making things sound good when I type them.
Yes.
I'm very bad at that. So I think it's probably going to be an uphill battle until I actually get to talk to somebody in the marathon, if I even do. But yeah, that's pretty much me. I'll be playing Wrath here in the coming weeks, obviously, just like everyone else.
Pondor, in my residential stream here, we have our he's kind of like the mayor of my stream chats almost. My boy Jonathan,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Yep.
And yeah, you guys have gotten to talk some, and
Yeah, a little bit.
he has said one mistake, speed running the game, of course.
Not true. I actually I really enjoy running Kingmaker. It's a fun speed game in my opinion.
And honestly, I've seen some speedruns of some different games, and just because of the exploitation that is involved in speedrunning Kingmaker, it just makes it so fascinating to watch
Mm-hmm.
because you're just like, the stuff
And
we do is just like the most ridiculous shit
right,
ever.
and it's honestly a pretty easy speed run to get into. Like it's a bit RNG heavy at the very beginning and a little bit at the end, but one of the things that I did yesterday, which is why I was able to cut 14 minutes from my prior PB, was I just swapped it over to story difficulty because
Oh,
I've been running on normal up until last night. And last night in my last run, I was like, all right, this is my last chance. I'm gonna just drop it down to story difficulty and just drop the normal off of it entirely and just go for it. And the RNG is like it's really not that big a deal. Um, Even at that point, like the bosses, their saves drop, their attack rolls drop, and all that stuff. So it's a lot safer. Obviously, it's also apparently a lot faster. So, so yeah,
all right.
I
So
recommend it. I recommend it.
yeah, it looks so fascinating. The only other speed run I usually watch besides that is I love watching 64 speed runs.
Those are always fun. Those are
Yeah,
always a good time.
games are so good.
Man.
Yeah, so the chat, Jonathan, others watching, what you guys may not know is that our boy Pondor here has seen absolutely, like, virtually nothing
I have seen
about
like
Wrath of the
three
Righteous,
total things. I
and
know three things about this game.
he's heard a little bit about stuff from talking with me, but I've done my best not to spoil too much. So we get to have his reactions, his true reactions to watching some
Yep.
of the videos that Alcat has put out
Yep.
over the past month, and it's gonna be good. I think that, like, I mean, Kingmaker was a great game, fantastic game, probably my favorite CRPG. But this game just is on another level from what I've seen. So
Yeah. So
I'm very
just to
excited.
just to throw out the three things that I know about this game. One of them is there's some kind of I think it's a mythic path. You can be a
Yes.
lich. Um Another one is that you can be a trickster on your mythic path. And the third thing is that you can ride a triceratops into battle, and that last thing right there is all that I needed to be sold on this game. Um Everything else is gravy on top.
You and many others. And what's funny is that like the hunter class with the dinosaur companions
Mm-hmm.
was actually a post um, Kickstarter goal. Like it was one that got
I was
finished after.
I that article that I sent you, which is the only other thing that I've read about Kingmaker, actually pointed out that like some of the top devs didn't want dinosaurs in the game at first, uh, because they thought that it was like breaking the um not theme, not theme. What
Yeah,
what word am
it's
I?
like in the world wound. Do
Yeah,
they
it was
commonly
like
have
kind of like
dinosaurs?
immersion breaking, I guess
But I
is the
think the
term.
point is like your character's not really from the world wound, so
Okay.
like you could have a dinosaur
Also,
from wherever you come from,
it's
right?
just dope
Because
as hell to have a dinosaur, so why
yeah,
not, right?
because unless you multi-class your companions into something weird, like
Right.
you're the only one who have a dinosaur, basically.
What? You're the only one that can have a dinosaur?
Like your companions can have one, but like you'd have to
Shenanigans.
multi-class them into classes that like don't make
Oh, okay.
sense.
Yeah, I definitely am probably going to be doing at least 2 casual playthroughs of this game.
Hmm.
One of them with, the story companions that I choose and the ones that
Yeah.
I like and all that stuff. I think the second one is going to be a full merc run if mercs are a thing in this game.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's going to be riding some different type of dinosaur into battle.
I'll
Like
probably end up doing
if there's enough classes to support that.
yeah.
if there's like six, because I'm assuming it's going to be a 6-person party like
Oh yeah,
Kingmaker was.
it's the same. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Luckily, whenever after playing Kingmaker, going back to games with like 4 or 5 people in the party, I'm just like, this sucks. I
Well,
need
like
6
I
people.
I'm swapping between that and Final Fantasy X. And Final Fantasy X, you only have one. You only have 3.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
granted, the Kingmaker that I play only ever has 4. So,
Yeah. It's cool. I
well,
think I'll do like my main playthrough
uh-huh.
and then when the DLCs and stuff come out, because they've talked about 2 DLCs
Hmm.
and only one of them is story related. The other one's like the dungeon crawl thing again.
Okay.
Um, so once we
Oh,
get
they're
the other
doing they're
story,
doing like a Tenebrous
yeah,
Depths type of thing. Okay, gotcha.
once they do,
That was a cool addition. I like
it
that.
was cool. It was fun to test
I've
builds too.
started the roguelike version twice, and I've gotten to like the 15th floor and just kind of
Well,
lost interest.
it's crazy because you actually have to. It's like there's like a meta thing to it. It's like you have
Mhm.
to actually completely run the dungeon mode multiple times to actually win the full
Oh, I
dungeon,
know. Like
which is insane.
the merchant like upgrades his inventory whenever you go through a certain number of stuff and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
also, I
it's
was not
crazy.
like power gaming. I guess I kind of was because I was doing like I themed my second run through. Everybody needed an
Yeah.
animal companion. I wasn't trying to power game. This was before I realized just how strong and overpowered animal companions were in Kingmaker.
Yeah,
I just love minion builds. I just
I do
love
too.
minion builds.
I
Like
do too.
I've tried to do Lich multiple times in tabletop games. It always goes
Yeah.
bad because for whatever reason people get squeamish about resurrecting the dead and making them your slaves. They just have an issue with that and I don't understand it. Um
I mean, if it's baddies or like consensual, like good guys, then like who cares?
yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't.
John.
Well, well, I never really got too far with my Lich characters. They tended to die off pretty quick.
Jonathan says this game seems to be a lot longer than Kingmaker, and he's excited for the dungeon DLC because it was his fave last time.
It's longer
Um,
than Kingmaker, huh? I wonder if I can break it.
I,
I
I'm
am
excited
going
for
to
it
be
to be
trying to.
longer.
I am going to be trying to. That is one thing that I've been telling people in my streams is while
Yeah.
I play, even though I'm going to be doing a casual playthrough, you know, like actually listening to quest text and doing story stuff, um,
Yeah.
I will also make sure that I have somebody with Dimension Door in my party at all times, and I will be trying to cheat, for lack of a better word. Um, I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to be like spending a half an hour trying to skip through a wall. But like, if I find a place where I'm like, I feel like I can do something here, I might drop a save there so I can
Oh
come back
yeah.
later.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
and I might spend like 5 minutes trying. You know,
Hmm.
I I also okay. Before we jump into the videos and stuff, there is
Yes,
one
yes.
question that I want to ask. Do you know if they have the pit spells again?
I don't know for sure. I haven't gone too much into like no one's really done a bunch of like in-depth guides on like
Okay.
classes and spells and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So like I haven't gotten to see that. I would like to because from what I've seen so far from gameplay, the mobs seem like more like there's a lot more like swarms of enemies
Okay.
type of deal, and
Okay.
I would love to pit those guys. There's someone in the chat, Geralt of Rivia. Thank you for
Hey.
gracing us with your presence, Switcher. Um, he says, "I think I saw Acid Pit," and
Oh,
that's my
that's
favorite
so good.
one.
I hope they
So,
interact with each other the same way the pits do in Kingmaker. For those of you who don't know, if you cast a pit spell in Kingmaker and then you target the edge of that pit spell, like the outer edge, like with the ground effect, if you target the outer edge of the pit spell with another pit spell, every once in a while it will like shoot off at a random angle, and you can actually make pit ladders, I call them, where you actually can climb those pits up and just walk up these pits, um, to the point where you can see over walls,
what the
and
heck?
that then gives you line of sight so that you can then dimension door past stuff. I used to use it in a couple of places in the speed run, but it's not overly consistent, so um, we ended up
That's
finding
interesting.
we ended
That's
up
interesting.
either abandoning the skip entirely, because I was able to actually use that to skip the first floor of Mordecai's tomb, actually. Um, like skip straight to the end of it. So we either just abandoned it entirely or we found other skips that were better. But it is a fun thing
Gotcha.
to see. It is a really weird, fun thing to see. And apparently, if you try to do it on console, your console will actually explode because apparently the consoles don't like the pit spells too much.
Oh, yeah. Consoles with CRPGs though, like I feel like people have way too high expectations for like transferring that over.
Yeah,
Like they're
my
CRPGs, like they're made to be played on the computer.
yeah, my buddy had Kingmaker for a base PS4, and the load screens were, without exaggeration, at least 5 minutes apiece.
Jeez,
Like
that
he
sucks.
would swap from his PS4 to another game like Dynasty Warriors or something, and he would go and play another game while the load screen happened because they took so long.
It's insane.
Uh,
Also, hello video Spielplatz. Uh thanks for stopping by. Also, Geralt of Rivia, thanks for stopping by. We're just kind of chatting about Wrath, and we're gonna watch some videos. I've seen all of these, but Pondor here hasn't seen any of this
I
stuff.
have not. I have seen none of these.
And as an avid Kingmaker player and speedrunner, I'm honored to be the one to
Oh.
do this for him and taint his virgin eyes. So,
I feel like the night before is the time to start learning stuff about this game, huh?
oh, for sure, because you get to kind of it's like Christmas Eve when your parents let you open like one present before
Right, yeah,
Christmas.
exactly.
Exactly.
And I'm already going to be spending like 12 hours tomorrow trying to figure out what fucking class I want to be anyway, so.
I know, and I
Well,
don't.
it will help that I will have a very narrow list of classes to choose from because they have to have a mount. Because I
But there's a
am
lot of classes with archetypes that have mounts. They really went all in on the mount
good,
thing, which is
good.
cool.
I'm happy to hear this.
Hmm.
I also
Like
heard
guys,
that it's in the same engine. I heard it's in the
oh, it
same
is.
engine as Kingmaker, which is such good news for speedruns. Uh
It is in the same engine. It just looks a million times more beautiful
yeah,
now.
the screenshots and the small amount of video that I've seen definitely looks much better. Like it looks really good.
Jonathan says, "You guys got to open presents before Christmas."
Very rarely, and only if I bugged the fuck out of my parents.
we,
Only if I
my
pestered
parents,
them incessantly was that a thing.
my parents would give us our like Christmas PJs on Christmas Eve, and
Hmm.
then I had three brothers, and so we would like exchange gifts to each other among the four of us, and we got to open like the brother gifts.
Gotcha.
So that was we always opened the
Did
same
this
kind of
not
gift each time,
update?
but it's still a nice like taste.
Oh,
And then of course
my
we'll
title
wake
didn't
up for
update.
like 5.
Uh-oh.
What?
My Twitch title didn't update. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. But yeah, no, same engine, um, for sure. And it just, oh man, the particle effects. When I watched like the
Oops.
feature trailer the first time, I had chills. It's just so beautifully done. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Well,
Everything good?
do we want to get into it, or do you
Heck
got
yeah.
anything else you want to talk about before we get in?
No, we can talk in between and kind of like talk about what we see and stuff.
That works for
Um,
me.
I've turned down the volume on the videos a little bit because I felt like it was pretty loud. I've never done videos on stream before, so
Yeah. This is completely new for both of us. We did have a little bit of tech
yeah,
issues before we went live with this because neither of us have really done this before, and so
yeah,
let us know if there is problems.
yeah. I've turned it down. I think it's gonna be
Oh,
okay.
did you go full screen?
But yeah,
Oh no.
what happened?
I had my screen set up perfectly so that it would only.
Oh, okay. No, I
Yeah.
can go. I can do no full screen. I did
Okay.
it for you. I just did it for you, so we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Because we can see it big enough. Video Spielsplat says, "Will you go a bit into builds later? I would like to know what classes or subclasses can work as a standalone healer." Oh, ooh, yes. Okay, like
I
get
feel
me
like you
started,
just like
please.
hit the thing that Unsung loves to do.
I will. We're gonna go. We're gonna talk in between these videos. All these videos are super short as well. They won't take up a lot of the time. I
I
will
was about to say this one
totally
looks like
dive
it's about
into
5 minutes.
yeah, I'll totally dive into like builds and class stuff, and we can all talk about. You guys can ask me questions. I personally, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played the beta. I didn't pay enough to get the beta because when I paid for the backing of this game, I didn't know I was going to ever start doing YouTube ever. But I have played a little bit of the alpha. I've played over 1,000 hours in Kingmaker. I've been
Damn,
playing
you got me beat, I
tabletop
think.
I've been playing tabletop Pathfinder for over 8 years. So like I know a lot. All right. I know a lot of stuff about it. So there'll be no trouble. I can totally give you guys the inside info on a
Yeah.
lot of that stuff. And I've been talking with people incessantly in the Kingmaker Owlcat game server about stuff.
Yeah,
So
you got me beat in the hours played. I think I'm around 600, but I've also only been playing the game since May, so
I've gotten over 1,000 hours and I've only beat it twice.
I've beat it usually 2 to 3 times a week.
I've only gotten past the first chapter 3 times.
Oh wow, that's
I
a
do a lot of restarting.
that's a massive amount of that's a way different experience between the two of
safe
us.
safe to say I know a lot about different builds
Oh man,
because of that experience.
although we do spend more time in chapter 1 than any other chapter in the speedrun
Hmm.
because that's when we do the experience grind and all that.
Yeah. All
Yeah, that's
right.
pretty nice.
This
Yeah,
is the feature trailer first. We got
let's
to
get
start
into
with
it.
the feature trailer
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to go.
100 years. For 100 years, we have been plagued by this war. We fight, we sacrifice, we die. Before us, a host of monstrosities, and behind us, all of Galarian. our world. Their master, the demon lord Daskari, thinks he can break our spirit. He is mistaken. We did not yield when our cities burned, when our fortresses were turned to dust, and our comrades, our brothers and sisters in arms, valiantly met their deaths. We have suffered through many a plight, and now it is our turn to strike. To arms, brothers and sisters! I declare that the Fifth Crusade has begun, and it is you who will lead us in this war. Duty calls to you. Prove your worth as a leader. Hone your skills and abilities. Ready your best armor and weapons for battle. Mount your trusty war steed and charge forth, and we
There we
shall
go.
follow. This will be a daunting task, I know, but you need not fight alone. Your faithful companions will stand by your side. They will protect you in battle, aid you with their counsel, share the burden of commanding the crusade, accept their friendship, and become their friend in turn, or possibly something more. I understand the trials ahead of you are great. You will have to find your own path. What will be the source of your power? The righteous might of heaven, or the secrets of forbidden magic? Will you make your sacrifices in the name of freedom and equality, or in the name of law and order? Will your enemies flee at the very sight of you, or will you, perhaps, turn this entire war into a grand joke on a cosmic scale? Choose carefully. Your every decision has its consequences
Lich Kingdom.
and its price.
Yep.
But most importantly, never doubt that Galarian believes in you, and I believe in you as well. Do you feel the ground shaking? That is the march of your army. Lead them, aim them at their target, crush our enemies. We are crusaders. We are the wrath of the righteous. The
That's
Sith
right. I
have
forgot
left
about
the
that.
Empire. We did not seek out this war. It invaded our home, and our world now depends on you and you alone.
Okay.
Uh,
So the first time this is the one that you sent me, was it like last week or the week before or something like that?
mhm.
Okay. I completely missed the first time through. I completely and totally missed the like tactics gameplay that they show for just like
Yeah.
just like a couple of short clips.
Yep.
I completely missed that the first time through. And
It's
I'm really curious whether or not they pulled it off. Like I
from
think
what
I think they have experience with that genre, don't they? Like some of the lead devs done like Heroes of Might and Magic or something
yeah,
like that.
that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's from what I've seen people playing in the beta,
Mhm.
like I've seen a couple people talk about that combat
Mhm.
on YouTube and stuff, and like it looks great. There's talk about it in at least in the beta being a little too easy, even on
Okay.
higher difficulties. So hopefully they're gonna have that balanced out by the end of like the first day patch.
Oh, that's right. They will have a patch first day, won't they?
Yeah, they're doing a patch right on
Yeah.
release. So hopefully that'll be balanced out because I would love a tougher like strategic combat,
Mhm.
personally. But yeah, it looks so fun, and like the different units you can have is also dependent on not only your mythic path but also choices that you make throughout the game in general.
Right.
So like obviously like whether you side with the Hell Knights, then you'll get Hell Knight
Oh, fuck them
troops.
people.
Like so it's just
Hate those guys.
there's so much to it, and they really made it like a part of the game instead of something in the background like kingdom management was
Right.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
Like especially for new players, Kingdom Management I think
Yeah.
ended up being more of a hassle than
Yeah.
a gameplay element that they looked forward
Mhm.
to. It was oh god damn it, I just got out of range of being able to deal with this stuff. I
Yeah.
just left my Kingdom borders, and I gotta go back to fix it. Ugh.
See, I loved it, but I also played Kingmaker as a tabletop game, so I
Yeah,
was like,
never.
"This is great."
I've never played the tabletop version. I'd be curious. I'd be down to try it at some point.
It's really fun. I had a fun time running it too.
Uh-huh.
Some of the characters are in the tabletop, and a lot of them. I think the only one that's really like exactly the same is like the nobles and Jamandi and Oleg.
Oh, so Sertova is still a condescending ass.
Yeah.
There's a reason I've never sided with them. I hate that bitch.
And
So-
Tartuccio's not a thing in the tabletop either.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple of other things.
Whoop,
They
my
mentioned a
OBS
couple.
disconnected.
I'm sorry, what happened?
My OBS disconnected.
Uh-oh.
It's going back. It's going back.
All right, just let me know when we're good.
Okay. Had a
Good?
little hiccup there. I think
Alright.
we're good. We
Alright, good.
reconnected.
Good.
All right. Oh, Sly Dog's here.
Hell yeah,
What
what's up,
up?
Sly?
What up, Sly? Yeah, I'm getting like this orange yellow signal on my OBS for some reason.
Uh-oh.
But I'm wondering why that is.
I don't
think
know.
we're
I use
good.
Streamlabs.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Okay.
We're okay. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Good stuff.
Cool.
So I'm trying to I've kind of already, this is also going to help me a lot with kind of sort of staying blind even though we're going through this, is that my memory is absolute garbage. We just watched this video and I'm already like, "Oh, what was in that thing again?" But like one part that I like, and this is harkening back to me being an absolute simp for the Triceratops mount. The fact that it like starts with a horse, and it's like, okay, that's like you know, the expected mount. Like if you're doing mounted combat, you're expected to have a horse. And then it goes to
Right.
Smilodon, which as a Kingmaker speedrunner, I love the Smilodon. It's the best.
Uh-huh.
And so like it just goes from like expected mount to, hey, Kingmaker people that like really like to like power game Kingmaker, here's like the best thing that you can do.
Oh yeah, and everyone loves Smilodon and
Kingmaker.
Kingmaker.
Yeah, Smilodons are dope as hell too, but they're not as cool as a dinosaur itself. They're still a mammal, and mammals are just not as cool as dinosaurs.
And they're still prehistoric.
They are. They're like halfway to dinosaur.
Yeah.
They're like 75% of the coolness of a dinosaur. But it just like goes from like the expected to, oh, okay, I can see that being a thing. Like, you know, a Smilodon mount, you have a Smilodon animal companion in Kingmaker. So it kind of makes sense that they do that. And then they just drop the, here's a goddamn dinosaur. Like,
yeah. Mega Rhett Butler, Team Leopard here.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I personally love Leopard too. All the attacks they get is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Also, hello, Mega Red Butler. I know that you recently found my channel. Super awesome to have you in the chat here. Glad you stopped by.
Also, speaking of shout outs, hey, Dragon Man B. I see you in the chat there. How you doing, bud?
That Cake Slaps Jones. Fantastic name. First of
awesome.
all,
that's a funny as hell name. I
the Jones at the end really adds to it. I feel like that Cake Slaps Jones.
Yeah, you know, that's his name. That's his full name.
Beautiful. Glad to have you.
First name That Cake Slaps, last name Jones. You know,
yeah.
easy.
I got like the feature shit, like the particle effects for the Mythic Path stuff, like the Lich stuff with all of the freaking like undead skull things flying around. Oh my god!
And like the confetti for the trickster shit,
and the like Aeon constellation stuff. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. It's so hype. I'm like, I want to play this game, and I have to wait until like, I'm gonna end up playing it like 9-10 hours late.
Yeah, I'm gonna be starting way late. I'm gonna be starting at my normal stream time at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Just to reiterate what we're doing here tonight.
Yes, good call.
Because I've got a lot of people that have come into the chat since we started this.
Me too.
So what we're doing here is that this is kind of like a release event just between me and Unsung here. We've been kind of streamer buddies for a while now, and we're both really into Pathfinder Kingmaker. Um, and so since Wrath is coming out tomorrow, we're like, hey, we'll start like a release event type thing. At first we were kind of planning on maybe playing the game at midnight, but unfortunately it's not a midnight release, so we had to nix that part. But that does also mean that we do have a bit more time to go over this stuff.
Oh
um
yeah.
um so we don't have that, because like normally, like the original plan was we'd be stopping this event in 20 minutes. um like we would be stopping at midnight and switching over to gameplay, but since we can't do that, we don't have any like news that nobody else has. Like this isn't some like specific thing. Um but what we are doing is we're going over a bunch of different trailers and other things. I'm blind to all of this. The only like trailer that I've seen is the one that we've already seen here. The one that we just finished watching. Everything else that we're going to be going over is completely new to me. Excuse me. Ugh. Um Yeah, did I forget anything? I probably did.
No,
I
you
usually
got it.
forget it.
No, we're gonna show you all the stuff. We're gonna talk about it. I had people talking about wanting to get into like stuff more about the game, even though we're not able to play it, which we can totally do because we're both knowledgeable in Pathfinder in general, like with the rules and classes and stuff, and we've both played Kingmaker a
I know.
lot, so there's a lot we can talk about.
Yeah.
So it's
As
gonna
long as I
be
retain
awesome.
information, there will be a lot for me to talk about. If I don't,
Yeah.
that's normal.
But I do have the game preloaded though, so
Same,
I feel pretty happy about
same,
that.
same. The
my
instant
key
they,
my
the
key
instant
worked
they,
on the
an-
first try.
yeah, the instant they announced that it was preloaded, I was like, no, we're doing that right now because I am
Yeah.
not gonna forget about this. I'm not gonna try and start my stream on Thursday and be like, you have a 32 gig download. Well, looks like I'm doing another Kingmaker run for the first half of the stream while we're waiting for this. Nah, my download speeds are actually pretty good.
Videos Video Spiel Splat says okay, midnight okay is 6 hours ago here in Germany. I have to wait till 7 p.m. before Steam activates the damn game, and then I have to leave for 3 days and can't play. Oh no.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I was having a
Ah.
guy in my chat also say that it's in the evening for him as well, so I figure he's probably over, and that's like roughly the
Yeah.
same area
I
over
would
there.
love if mine was in the evening because then I would be playing on time. That like
Same,
that's
same. It would be real nice if suddenly that
yeah.
11 a.m. became a 7 p.m. release. Owlcat, get on it.
And there are some streamers out
Pander
there
to the
like
only speedrunner for your
there's some
games.
streamers out there like Code Carnage who got the press release version and get to play it at 8 a.m. Eastern time,
Yeah, well,
which is
we're
nutty.
not quite as big as those guys, so we can't actually expect that kind of stuff.
We got Brandon Johnson in the chat. He says, "Hello, I am Dragon Man B from Twitch."
Oh,
Hello.
yeah, he just. Oh, also, I just noticed. Thank you for the follow. I just.
Oh, cool. He's hopping on both.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Cool. Nice.
So, do we want to move on to the next video, or
Yeah,
you got more stuff you want to talk about this one?
I think the logical next step is to get into. Do you want to do? They have like one that goes over like the basic mythic paths, and then there's there's two companion trailers. So what do you think is the logical next step here?
I mean, I just looking at the time, I think the companion trailers are like a minute and change, so we can go through those pretty quick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the mythic one like briefly mentions all the mythic paths except for the three that you have that are like almost prestige mythic paths, and then the legend, which is just the absence of a mythic path.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so you can just not do anything, and you'll get special powers of your own for that.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool.
I like that
they
idea.
Put that in there.
Yeah, I like that idea.
All right, this first companion trailer, based on what I've seen so far from gameplay and also this trailer, I can already tell he's going to be one of my least favorite companions. Uh, I listen. I love
Uh-huh.
lawful characters when
Nope.
they are lawful because they are like stoic hard asses who are just trying to like keep people safe. I can't stand lawful characters when they're trying to be like good guys, but just in the worst way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Lawful is so difficult for me because while apparently every one of my friends considers me a lawful character in real life, like in my actual, like when I'm not doing the dumb shit that I do when I'm in somebody's chat or something. Because, you know, I'm not
Mhm.
exactly a lawful character when I'm in chat. I think one of my most typed out phrases is off with their head. Um, at least in like, especially Sly can 100% confirm that because I've typed that in his chat like
Oh yeah, I've
70
been in his
times.
chats with you before, and it's pretty chaotic.
But like, you know, but like the thing is, I hate how lawful is like displayed.
Mhm.
It's like represented in a lot of things. It's just like it's very much a can confirm, yeah. It's very much a rules for the sake of rules kind of thing, and it's like you can't just follow the rules just because they're there. Like sometimes they're not worth following, you know?
Yeah,
Like sometimes
yeah,
they do more harm than good, you know? You got to take things as they come.
yeah,
Um
and yeah, like and this guy is like he's one of those like you should always tell the truth kind of things too, and it's like
uh,
there are so many times where you should not tell the truth. Like you don't have to be like honesty is good, but there's a difference between honesty being the best policy and being truthful literally all of the time, even to people that don't need it. Also, hello, Andre. Um, glad to have you, my dude. Um, Mega Red Butler says lawful gets done wrong a lot. It often comes across as so arbitrary. Yeah,
yeah.
it
Yeah,
really
exactly.
does. But yeah, yeah,
Let's get into it. Let's see this
yeah.
asshole.
Let's see this guy. His voice acting's great though.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for the beard comment. I like my beard. One of my guys in my chat said I had a nice beard.
Oh, that's always nice.
Oh, this guy. Okay, I've seen pictures of this guy.
Yeah.
Oh. It's very low for me, volume-wise.
Have you ever met a mongrel before? Let me be your guide to our little underground habitat, the glorious Neathhome. We eke out an existence in the caves under Canabris, never seeing the sun. Our lifespans are short, and our food supplies are even shorter. Our bodies are twisted and deformed. Now, some people may think, ew, but have they ever tasted a fried rat with a side of moss sauce? Or my favorite, spider cakes? People often say that it's what's on the inside that counts. Well, this is a chance to prove it. Lan, the goat lizard human with a heart of gold, is here to watch your back. I know I'm not the prettiest boy in town, but if you need a steady arm and a keen eye, I'm your man. My arrows pierce my targets at a distance. Enemies pay with pain for each step they take toward me. They might think I'm weak. They might expect me to stumble and retreat like most archers do when attacked in melee. But if the enemy thinks they've got me cornered, they're in for a surprise. I've trained my body in the ways of the monks. I can take a punch, endure the pain, and then return the favor tenfold. Choose me for your party, and watch me turn demons into porcupines as I stick them with a swarm of arrows.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's a Zen archer, right?
Okay, I was trying to figure
Yeah.
out, I'm like, that's a very strange build.
Yeah, yeah. He's a Zen archer. He's the archer monk.
It's like monk / ranger.
He's I like part of his personality,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Like he has kind of like it seems like there's kind of like a funness to his
Yeah,
voice, which I enjoy.
he seems a bit carefree.
Yeah, but I've definitely seen him in game a little bit, and he's definitely like we're here to do our duty, and we gotta do it with the best for everyone in our hearts kind of situation.
Gotcha.
Uh, so,
I
Marinanor, glad to have you again. It's been a while. Also, no, it's not coming out in 10 minutes. It's coming out 11 a.m.
in
Central
11
Standard
hours
Time.
and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I do have a question in my chat.
Yes.
Do you know what your first build's going to be for both of us? I do not. All I know is that I'm going to be riding around on a Triceratops mount. That's all I know.
I have pretty much decided on being I've always known I was going to be half elf because it's my favorite race
Yep.
in tabletop.
Oh yeah, you've talked to me about this.
Yeah, I've decided on being an alchemist incense synthesizer because I want to be support, and they
Support.
the incense can do different things. You get different effects for them as you level up, which is cool. And I can still throw bombs.
Okay.
Which is great. So
Dragon Man says ASMR Kings. Definitely in the speed run for sure. Definitely in the speed run. I kind of want to be this is less class and more race. I kind of want to be the Kitsune. If they have those tail feats. If they have the tail, like, I love that flavor for the Kitsune in the tabletop, is that you have that racial feat where you take the tail, you grow an extra tail, and you get an extra spell that you can use, I think it's like once a day or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it works. It's been a minute. But that's such a cool thing, and like you get to do the whole nine-tailed fox nonsense. But yeah, I kind of want to do that if they have those feats. If they don't, who knows? I have no idea.
I feel like
I might still go Kitsune.
I don't know. If they're doing ASMR wings, then you should give the Kitsunes their tails.
Right, exactly.
Andre says he wants to do a Blood Rider Tiefling. That is one of the mounted archetypes, the Blood Rider. Okay. Mega Red Butler says
like
Halfling. It's a Blood Rager.
Blood Rager. Okay, so it's like a barbarian sorcerer, but on a mount.
Yep.
Gotcha. That's a lot. That's a lot of ands.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of ands in that class. It's a barbarian, and it's a sorcerer and it has a mount.
Yes. We've got everyone in the chat's sharing all of their build ideas. Mega Red Butler says Halfling Barbarian.
Halfling Barbarians are always hilarious.
Mythic Path, I'll see where the story takes me and choose based on role playing. Same here. There's definitely ones I prefer based on the look of them, but I definitely want my decisions to be the deciding factor for what happens.
I'm like half tempted to just flip a coin at the beginning of the stream, and that will decide, because I'm like 50-50 on Lich or Trickster. Okay. I've seen some of the bonuses that you get from Trickster, because you did send me that Trickster.
Yeah, Lich is insane.
And like the one, it's like super, like it, like if you just look at it and you haven't done like tabletop RPGs, or you haven't done Kingmaker or something like this, it seems like that seems like it's okay, but I don't really see why it would be a Mythic Path thing. And that was the second rank in, I think it was like Knowledge World.
Yeah.
And it just turns all of your nat 1s into nat 20s. And I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, that's the most broken thing I've ever seen in my life. That's incredible.
Screw you, RNG. I am the god.
It's like, all right, so if I'm just using, most weapons, I just doubled my crit chance. I also removed the possibility of fumbling ever. Like, just the fact that you never can fumble in this game, if you take that, is insane. It's so good. And like, this is me definitely from this is me definitely talking from like a min-max or optimization standpoint. Like, it's so good.
I love the skill abilities of the Trickster.
Yeah, they're
It looks
super
so
good. Like that's
good.
not the only one, but that's the one that like fucking stabbed into my head and stuck there.
I love the one that's like when you discover the effects of a magical item, they gain an additional effect. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like there was another one that like really struck me, but it didn't stick with me like the 1 to 20 thing did.
Mm-hmm.
There was another rank 2 that was like super good as well. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
I have people in chat talking about healer stuff.
Mhm.
People are saying that they think the healer companion comes in way later. From what I've seen, you should be able to get like all of the companions
Bah.
except for like one or two pretty early
Healers.
on. And I think that the cleric and the oracle are both earlier on. Like
What
one
do
of
you
them you for sure get in like one of the first cities, and then like I don't know where you get the cleric, but like you should get them pretty early, like early enough from what I've seen.
So I've had a couple of people ask a couple of class-based questions. Do we know if kineticist or ninja is in the game?
I also got a question about ninja. It might have been the same. It might have been dragon again.
Yes, I believe it
Yeah,
was. Yes.
kineticist. I believe yes is in the game for sure.
Okay.
Ninja archetype is not, because ninja is actually its own class. It was an archetype in the Call of the Wild mod, because they just fit it into the rogue archetype. But ninja
Yeah,
is actually its own class in tabletop.
It's like a it's not entirely its own class. It's kind of like how samurai is basically a cavalier.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
ninja is basically a rogue. It's like the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like we changed the names of some stuff, but for for all
Yeah.
intents and purposes, it's a rogue archetype, honestly.
But yeah, there's no ninja, but there's for sure a kineticist. That is for sure
Okay.
a thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a special flavor of rogue. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Video Spiel Splats was asking if War Priest can be a viable healer. In my experience, I have found War Priests to be they obviously can't do as much healing as clerics, but the benefit is, as a War Priest, you don't actually have to have charisma to be a good healer like you do as a cleric.
So
your channel energy is completely wisdom based, not charisma based.
So my response to that is the best healer that I've found is actually a Sylvan sorcerer with a bunch of scrolls of mass heal. You just max out your use magic device. You just use scrolls of mass heal. It's a level 9 spell. You can spam it all fucking day.
I have found,
Again,
I love having
this is me
a bunch of
talking as a
half
speedrunner.
healers. I love having like a bunch of people that can kind of heal, and then having a bunch of like potions and scrolls and calling it good.
Okay. So my first, like, for the longest time, I kept Tristan in my party in Kingmaker. I was terrified to not have a full healer in my party. And then like it ended up taking Dagroth, which for most of you here you are not going to know who Dagroth is. Dagroth is the only other person who's ever run Kingmaker and has a time on speedruns.com for that game. He's the one who basically made it possible for me to run it because he did all the heavy lifting. I just kind of piggybacked off him. He finally convinced me. He's like, why do you have him? And I'm like, because heals. And he's like, you realize there are scrolls that do that, right? I'm like, yeah, but he's a healer. And I'm like, and then he asked me a thing. He's like, but what else does he do?
Exactly.
And I'm like, you have a point.
That's the thing with a dedicated healer, is like you're just gonna have them heal and do nothing else.
Yeah,
and when they're not
like,
healing, they're a liability in the party.
Especially after chapter 5. Especially after chapter 5, when all that goes down and he goes blind. Spoilers for Kingmaker. I feel like if you're in this stream, you are okay with Kingmaker. You know what happens in that game. He fucking goes blind in chapter 5, and then you get him back, and like even the tiny amount of like, crossbow damage that he could do before is gone. because game decided that they wanted to make him only a healer, and that's it. And he removed his ability to do anything else,
Yeah.
basically,
I
except for
pretty much
raise
just-
dead. He can raise the undead, which
I
is
pretty much just had
hilarious
him
to me.
I just had him cast Flame Strike a bunch when he
Yeah.
wasn't healing. So just keep casting Flame Strike. Also, Mega Red Butler, have survive your Zoom class, have fun with it.
Oof.
Um,
Classes.
and sorry that you have to go. Video spiel splats. Yeah, I'm the same. I pretty much always just heal in between fights. I feel like if I have to heal in a fight, I'm screwed anyway. Like
I've had to heal a couple of times in fights. I do it in Path.
the big boss fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like if I'm fighting a bunch of goblins and I have to heal, then I'm doing a shit job.
Well, yeah. That's what controlled fireballs are for. You just blow them all up and then you heal afterwards.
Yeah.
Controlled fireballs for everybody.
Yeah.
Uh
Oh, I was gonna say,
Mhm.
someone said something about being a dwarf war priest. There's a war priest archetype called Disenchanter, and I think that sounds super cool and thematic for a dwarf, to be honest.
a disenchanter.
Yeah.
He just breaks
It's-
magic items.
It seems like an anti-magic type of war priest thing.
You
It
just-
just sounds
oh,
cool. I was like,
man.
if you're a dwarf, that's the kind of war priest you'd want to be.
I'm just imagining a disenchanter as an enemy, and he comes up and he just like destroys all of your magic items, and you just have to restart the entire game. it's like the shit enemy of this game. Like absolutely erases your magic items. Like,
Mini announcement.
Mhm.
It is now officially my birthday. I am 26 years old.
Yo, happy birthday! I did not know that today was your birthday.
Yeah, September the 2nd, baby. We are here. It's my birthday. I have survived a quarter of my life, assuming I decide to eat right at some point.
It's easier than you think, and by that I mean that depends on what you mean by eating, right?
I didn't even pay attention to the time, but my wife just came over and was like doing the countdown for me. So super fun, super fun. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Do we want to watch Jeff Doe's companion trailer and then talk
Yeah.
more about build stuff?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, this guy I think seems cool. I love a good tiefling rogues are great.
Oh man, just piling up the stereotypes here.
Oh, just wait. This
Okay.
the tieflings in this world is just it's completely that way.
Also, that name though.
Over here. Hey, Commander, listen. I'll make you the deal of a lifetime. Take me with you, and we'll make a fortune together. I can sneak under a guard's nose to the places no one's supposed to.
Yeah, I've done
enter,
that.
but everyone wants to go. I can fight. While you distract the enemy from the front, I attack from behind, striking where it hurts. I know, I'm incredible, right? But that's not all. I dabble in magic as well. Need some lightning to fry your enemies? Or a decent protection spell? Look no further. Need to fence some items or get your hands on some goods that aren't strictly legal? All you gotta do is say the word. See how useful I am? Wouldn't I be an asset to any operation? So what's it matter if I'm a thief who's currently locked up behind bars? Life's hard in Canabras, and twice as hard for a tiefling. To have demon blood running through your veins and to live in a city built on the edge of the world wound? Now that's what I call a cruel twist of fate. People already hate me just for being what I am. So one day I decided that they might as well hate me for what I do too. So I joined the Thieflings, a tiefling-only organization of robbers, thieves, and other fine ladies and gents forced to play the miserable hand they've been dealt. How did I end up in jail? Oh, it's quite
Just robbing the corpse under the rock.
Yep.
Release me, and I'll tell you all
I mean-
about it. And then I'll travel with you to your journey's end. You have my very honest word on it.
Yeah,
Seems like a
imagine-
good stand-up citizen.
I imagine being someone with demon or devil blood in you and being in the world wound.
Yeah,
is,
like that's definitely an interesting story story bit there.
Yeah, I dig it.
So
I
he's the arcane
so
trickster with the black market feat is something that somebody
well, he's
asked.
the Eldritch Scoundrel.
Eldritch Scoundrel. Okay.
Yeah, the rogue archetype. And for some reason, yeah, you can like use him as a shopkeep of some kind too, which is pretty
Yeah, I
freaking
saw
nuts.
that. Like, that's kind of crazy. I'm curious
Yeah,
how that actually works.
I'm
Is it
down.
like
Give
something
me.
that you can only? Because like if they just let you sell stuff wherever, then
I
inventory
imagine
space
it's
is
an
no
at
longer a
camp
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I figure. But like, just the thought that it's like, all right, well, we can't leave this area because we're encumbered. Hey, you want to just like buy all my shit real quick?
Right? Exactly. Just like, hey, just and apparently there's so much loot. Like it's not they balanced out the economy because man, was Kingmaker freaking inflated. Uh but they there's a lot of like different droppings for like reagents and stuff because now you can craft things.
Whoa, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
you
I
can
love
craft
crafting
scrolls
stuff.
and potions.
Oh, you can't like make
Scrolls and
golems and
potions.
stuff.
Nah,
That's the
not in
fun
that
stuff.
sense.
That's the fun
Not
stuff
in
that
that
to
sense.
craft. That's the
But
fun
whenever
stuff
you
to
do
craft.
like a rest and you set up your people, you can have
You
people
can?
designated as crafters
Wait.
for
Somebody just said that you
potions.
can. Like you can make
Golems?
golems?
I think
Wait.
golems maybe in like the story sense, but you can't just actually like mechanically craft them.
Oh, okay.
Not from what I've seen. But maybe you can make them based on like your mythic path or choices or something like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because the Aeon I think can do
Make
stuff with
golems?
golems.
Oh, okay.
Because each
I've
mythic
actually
path,
made a golem in one of my tabletop games. It was the only
yeah.
survivor. It was the
the
only survivor of that party.
the mythic paths, each of them has like a list of summons they get through level ups.
Yeah, I think it's what,
They
like the
all
beer elemental for the trickster?
the beer elementals. There's also the greasely bear, where it's like a bear with like a
Oh,
whacked
okay,
up
I got you,
face
Dragon.
who has like a pit of grease below him.
Okay.
Yeah. So they all have different ones, and I think Aeon like has different golems.
Gotcha.
I think that's his thing. But yeah, so Elder Scoundrel, I don't love the archetype because I don't feel like the magic for Elder Scoundrel is enough to be that useful.
Yeah, I've always thought that it was a bit underwhelming myself as well.
Yeah. But, invisibility, mirror image, stuff like that could probably be handy in some cases for sure, like some defensive stuff. So
I want my keen scimitar. I also want a keen scimitar.
but that's also like between him and the companion that's a scroll savant wizard, they're both illusionists. Like Elder Scoundrel's illusion magic mostly, and then the wizard is an illusion specialist. So like that's a lot of illusion magic.
Yeah, that is a lot of illusion stuff, yeah.
And illusion's not that big of a school, really.
No.
Either.
Maybe they did some cool stuff with it. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's it's interesting. They've only put out those 2 companion trailers, unfortunately, but I know that they've been heckin' busy with all the stuff they've been doing.
Right,
So
yeah. They have, was it like 9 companions or something like that?
Yeah, there's a lot because there's Sela, Camellia, Lan, Wenduog, Ari, Darren, Greybor, Socio, Rengil, Woljif.
So that's 10.
That's 10. There's the talking sword. You have like
I'm sorry, what?
There's a sentient sword that we won as a backer reward that is like a companion and weapon.
No.
Yeah.
No.
A sentient sword.
Wait, it's a companion?
Well,
or is it just a weapon that you have?
It's a weapon, but it talks in conversations.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm like, wait, it's like its own character. It just like floats around, talks shit on people.
You can develop a relationship with it, just not like level it up and stuff like that in the traditional sense.
All right, I was gonna say like the most hilarious path is the romance path with the sword.
Oh no! I'm trying to remember if there was anyone else. I feel like my gut, like, oh, there's Ember.
Ember, like
Um,
the red panda from Kingmaker, the DLC pet.
Ember is in like the she's like
Because that would
an
be
elf.
the dopest. It's just
She's an
like,
elf. Oh wait, yeah, what you were saying? Keep
oh
going.
no, I'm just saying, like, that would just be the dopest. You just have a red panda companion.
She's an elf witch, and she's like a child.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's Nenio. That's the illusion mage.
So we're at 12 already.
Which is pretty on par for Kingmaker, including the
Did they have that many on
kineticists.
Kingmaker?
Including the kineticists.
Oh, okay.
I think there's 13, including the kineticists.
Oh. Are you counting them as 2? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm counting them as 2, even though, yeah. Yeah. So
Awesome.
there's a lot of companions to have, and what I love, hopefully they've made it to where, like, because there were certain times in Kingmaker where you can make choices and like people would leave you, but not really that much. And I feel like it'd be cool to have more options that, like, the companions just really dislike this, as with their character, and so they're going to leave you if you continue to do it.
So one thing that I hated in Kingmaker was the dialogue option that you had with every companion to send them away. Because I'm the person that grays out every dialogue. Like when I'm playing casually, like obviously when I'm speedrunning, that's not a thing. But when I'm playing casually, it's like I want to hear every dialogue. I want to click and make sure that every dialogue is grayed out entirely before I leave you the fuck alone. If you do that with them, they're just like, all right, peace, and they're just gone, and you're like, wait, what? Like, that was so, like, that was so frustrating to me as somebody that like just has that urge. I'm like, this is different. It needs to be beaten because it's different. I don't like it. Like,
yeah, I feel like if you make the decision to recruit someone, the only way that they should leave is if they like choose to at some point, because you've already made the decision to recruit them.
yeah.
So why would you tell them to leave?
I mean,
So
we do tell somebody to leave in the speedrun.
It's just like, what's like, it's
we
like
do
yeah,
we do
like,
that, but we do that. Well, I guess if we just don't recruit them
in the casual game, like, what's the point
The more
of
that I
doing
think
that
about it.
when you can just keep them at home base and not do anything with them anyway?
Right.
Like, Video Spiel Splats says, so for healers, what classes, subclasses can fill that role if needed? I'm thinking Shaman, Oracle, Druid, War Priest. So War Priest is great. Oracle's great.
So to say, Druid I know gets the cure spells, but I don't know what it gets elsewhere.
So in the Wrath of the Righteous wiki,
Blasphemy.
da-da-da!
Also, we get to take a trip into the wiki as well.
Okay. So obviously there's Cleric, and they have some really interesting archetypes for Cleric. The Priest of Balance
Mhm.
and the Angel Fire Apostle. It's very interesting. There's Druid. I mean, I honestly don't think any of these like archetypes really lend themselves to healing specifically.
No, the
For
Blight
Druid?
Druid definitely. Blight Druid
Oh.
definitely good at healing.
Definitely good at healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here's Kineticist. It is here.
Nice.
We're here for it. So Oracle,
The monk.
they put in Divine Herbalist. That's going to be like your go-to healer Oracle right there.
Right.
For sure. There's also the healing archetype for Alchemist, but it's really not that good.
Hey, they're still using Jubilost.
It makes it to where you don't have to like do infusion as like a discovery, because you can just do all of the healing spells as infusions.
Okay.
But like, it doesn't add much to the spell list that you couldn't already have to the spell list anyway.
Right.
Paladin, Hospitaler is pretty good for healing.
Sorry.
No worries. Shaman, I'm guessing Witch Doctor would be the
That makes
healer
sense.
shaman there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never really looked at the shamans or any of that stuff.
Yeah, and then
Too
War Priest
terribly
is
much.
pretty great. And then Witch, They have where is it? I don't know if they didn't know if they probably put
Oh,
the
they don't
healing
have the
witch on.
Seductress Witch. I wonder why.
They don't have the healing witch on here. Yeah, then there's War Priest. War Priest has some interesting ones. You've got like Shield Bearer, Disenchanter, Proclaimer, which is interesting.
Wizard.
Wizard, the Chronomancer is
Mhm.
Dampier only Blood Mage archetype.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Interesting. Then there's just the
Video
Lich in the background.
Spielplatz says Cleric is way too much stuff to wrap my head around. Yeah, Cleric can be a lot, to be honest. I mean, they're like the wizard of divine magic, but they
Pretty
have more
much.
stuff. Yeah.
Pretty much. But on the other hand, it's like the whole thing where it's like, all right, they have a lot of options, but how many good options do they have? Like, it's like, oh yeah, in level 4 spells, what am I gonna prep? Oh, it's gonna be restoration. Oh, it's gonna be restoration. Especially in Kingmaker, it's gonna be restoration because everything does stat damage in Kingmaker.
Yeah. And there's a lot of domains and deities to wrap your head around and figure out what you
Yeah,
want to
that's
do.
fair.
And
That's
the
fair.
deities impact your alignment and your flavor and like certain dialogue options.
Yeah, like we just
Uh,
recently did we just recently added Sacred Huntsmaster Inquisitor into the speedrun in Kingmaker, and it's like, oh, there's just a domain that makes you move 10 feet faster. I wonder which domain I should pick as a speedrunner. Oh, it's super weird. To give Theory Crafters something to do. Yeah, that's true.
Dragon says, so
Mhm.
what god would you choose for a gameplay from a lore perspective? For a lore, for me, is Caden Kalian. I love Caden
I
Kalian.
love that god. He is probably my favorite.
He is
The
dope. And
fact that he became a god because of a
on accident.
drunken bet. Not accident. It was a drunken bet.
That he doesn't even remember like
Yes.
completing.
Yeah. Is hilarious to me, and I love him.
I love him. I also honestly love Norgabur.
Norberger?
He's like the neutral evil like thief god.
Yeah, Norberger.
Norberger.
Yeah, Norberger.
I love that guy. I think neutral evil is an interesting alignment, and I think like there's some room for some moral gray area and not just being evil and like worshiping him as well.
I also think that Ravagug has some good points. You know, I mean, if we're looking at it,
Oh no.
objectively, like sometimes it's just better to burn everything and start anew,
I love Asmodeus as well. Asmodeus is my dude.
Yeah.
Always
Okay.
my dude.
I am gonna be honest. I don't know a whole lot about the deity lore in Pathfinder. I know Caden Callian. I don't even remember why I like actually researched him at one point, but yeah, that's basically the only one that I know super fair, like not even super a lot about, just like a fair bit about.
Yeah.
I know that Saren Ray is the worst.
I mean, it's kind of cool that she's like mercy, but also willing to kill those who don't deserve it.
Mercy to those who don't deserve it. It's like,
But
oh,
she's
yeah, like back to Ravagug. Oh, yeah, that thing that took all of the gods to beat. Yeah, instead of killing it while it's weakened and hurt, we're just gonna, lock it up and let it heal up and come back even stronger with children that are impossible to kill as well.
Yep.
She's the worst. Saren Ray's the worst. The end of the world will come because of Saren Ray and her weakness.
Well, Andre says, anyone doing Legend Path? Honestly, I could see my character possibly doing that. I plan on playing a true neutral character because I like playing true neutral and seeing where my decisions take me.
I actually thought about doing that too.
It's fun. It's a fun time.
But I kind of also want to be a lich.
I
I kind of really want to be a lich.
I've heard that there aren't like like the dialogue options to become different paths can like alter your alignment, but they
That
none
makes
of them
sense.
are like alignment required
Oh, okay.
from what I've seen.
That's interesting. You could be like a neutral good lich.
Yeah, you would probably become evil if you wanted to keep doing lich things, but you can start out that way.
That's awesome.
Song
I actually do like that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of alignment restrictions.
Especially when one is to recruit the freaking trolls into my goddamn kingdom.
What are you
Why
talking
do I
about?
have
They'd
to
be
be chaotic?
they'd be really good at enforcing the law.
Why do I have to be chaotic though? I feel like
Maybe.
a lawful person would be great at whipping those assholes into shape.
I don't know. I just shoot them. I just kill them. Fuck them.
Dragon
It
says,
takes less time to kill those guys than it takes to talk them into.
I love recruiting everyone into my like kingdom or army or team or whatever. Like recruiting is my favorite thing.
Some people don't
games.
deserve a second chance. Something Batman needs to fucking learn.
Dragon says, I was hoping that they would add Mammoth Rider Prestige class. Now that I've heard that that's a thing, I also wish that they did that.
That would be so cool. You're just riding around on a damn elephant. On a super huge elephant, like not even like a normal.
Super huge mammoth riding into freaking battle, like screw you, demons.
That'd be
I am
cool.
a mammoth.
You just stomp. 3 demons dead instantly.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. That would be so good.
I'm actually kind of curious. Do they have like super huge creatures in this game? And if they do, is there a trample mechanic?
Speaking of creatures and demons, here's a trailer all about demons.
Oh, unintentional segues. Let's go.
Whoa!
Spawn of the Abyss. So these are all the different enemy types, I assume?
They go into most of them. I don't think they go into all of them technically.
Okay, good. You don't want to show everything.
Hi everyone, I'm Philip Kovalov, Senior Level Designer at Owlcat Games. And today we'll be talking about demons. Our adventure begins more than 100 years after the onset of a war with demons, fought by crusaders from all over the world. Demons' bodies are made up of the essence of the abyss itself rather than flesh and blood, so ordinary weapons are not effective against them. You'll need specialized weapons forged from cold iron. And if you're dealing with powerful demons, you will not have much luck without enchanted weapons that deal holy damage. Let's take a closer look at some of the demons. Sloth demons, or dretches, are ugly little things that comprise the lowest layer of the demonic host, the weakest demons there are. Despite their weakness, however, they have a tough hide and the ability to create a disgusting, fetid, sickening cloud. Spells that offer poison protection can shield you from those clouds.
I just want to point out the just like utter cutting in half here. Like that dude, the gore and the different combat animations they've added in are insane. Like that dude is just cut in half.
So it's not just, oh, you crit, they explode into a ribcage anymore?
No, they added so much different stuff in for like the animation.
That's cool. I like that.
It's very exciting.
While it was hilarious to watch like centipedes explode into rib cages. Honestly, I don't know. I think there are some monsters and some enemies that don't do that. I think centipedes don't actually do that, but the thought of it happening is hilarious.
Yeah. Dragon says the thing about Mammoth Rider is that it doesn't have to be a mammoth. It just means that your mount can go from large to huge size.
Ooh.
So, like, you mean huge Triceratops?
Yeah, I was about to say, I have a feeling that is something I would be interested in.
Of those demons with the ability to teleport, the lowest tier is the Brimbarak.
I love the look of these guys.
Yeah.
Souls of arsonists and pyromaniacs. It looks more or less like a humanoid goat.
It's Black Phillip.
Is burning it all down. The
Phil,
You,
why you gotta be a
your cat,
dick?
and your house. Should you encounter a Brimarack, make sure you have some form of fire protection at the ready. Babaus are formed from the souls of serial killers, maniacs, and others who took pleasure in the art of murder. Their appearance is that of a horned skeleton with skin coated in vile reddish slime. The slime is extremely dangerous to loyal animal companions and heroes who prefer unarmed combat. Babaus are very patient hunters. They can lie in wait for their prey selected for months or even years on end. The best advice for an adventuring party on how not to fall victim to babaus is to separate them and prevent them from focusing on a single target. The Nabasu, or the so-called death demon, is a mixture of a human-like entity and a bat with leathery wings, sharp fangs, and claws. Its distinct ability is its death-stealing gaze. It quite literally drains the life force of anyone who makes eye contact with it. Mortals who die in this way
Oh no.
immediately rise as undead, filled as ghouls, under the complete control
That's rude.
of the demon who created them. Let's talk a little about the rack, or the
These
a rack
assholes.
is a blend of a vulture and a human. Racks are constantly surrounded by a cloud of feathers and demonic spores, which sprout upon contact with skin, inflicting excruciating pain. Several racks join in the special rack and roll dance can bring about an electrical storm that could level a small town. Its power depends on how many racks come to the party. One of the most notable greater demons is the Marilith.
That's the I was about to say that's the 6-armed one.
With a female torso,
Oh, jeez.
female head,
Yep.
and 6 female arms.
I would not want to be swarmed by these.
A bladed weapon
Why not?
in each of its 6 arms.
Seems fine. Easy game.
Mariliths serve as advisors, generals, concubines, and bodyguards to the demon lords themselves.
Hello on the
And
throne.
of course, while we're talking about greater demons,
A Baylor.
Baylor. They're the most powerful force in the entire demonic host. Baylors are massive demons armed with a flaming
I
sword
love the look
and
of Baylors. They are so fucking
which
cool
they use
looking.
to decapitate humans, dragons, giants, and other demons.
Thing is huge.
No different.
Yeah.
The
They
most
are big
important
boys.
thing to remember is that when you defeat a Baylor, it will explode,
Oh,
and to take you to the grave with it. The
Oh,
Baylors
no.
realize if they're still standing, might also get caught in a blast. Demon lords stand apart from the rest. They're practically the demigods of the abyss, each of them unique in their appearance, abilities, and the path they've walked to achieve their greatness. Any encounter with a demon lord is fatal. The best case scenario is a swift and a very painful death. Our game, however, is going to have a rather unconventional adventuring party. The mythic powers you attain as you progress through the game will help you even the odds.
Look at
against
that.
some of the demon
Yeah.
lords,
oh.
making it
I think that was the legend.
to challenge them.
Was it? Okay.
You'll be hearing more about mythic powers in future videos, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more updates.
Okay. So
Those demons.
one thing, they showed Baphomet, but they didn't talk about him, and they kind of went straight over to Discari.
They just
So-
talked about demon lords in general.
Yes,
And Baphomet's
so-
one of the demon lords.
I'm curious, but they chose to show him instead of focusing specifically on Discari. So
Mhm.
I'm curious if he's going to show up.
Yeah,
That definitely
I'm
makes me
curious.
think that he's going to show up somewhere in the game.
I feel like as much as Discari's been advertised, can he really be the like end all be all big bad?
Oh,
know,
you're
is he
thinking
gonna
like
be-
Baphomet is like the also spoilers for Kingmaker. Baphomet is like the Lantern King.
Maybe, I don't
of this
know,
game.
but it seems like Discari is kind of our guardian of the bloom here this time around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe, or maybe
Maybe.
they just threw that in because it's fucking Baphomet. No, everybody knows
Yeah,
him.
everyone knows the name. Yeah,
Yeah, everyone knows the name. Even people that don't play tabletop games probably, if you say the word, if you say the name Baphomet, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a demon, right?" Like everybody
What
knows
I'm-
that name.
what I'm really excited. Dragon made me think of this because he said, "I think I can see a bard trying to seduce a
A Marilith.
Marilith." Yeah, yeah. That's
It does say that they are concubines to the demon lords,
Hmm.
so they're used to
Uh,
being seduced.
It made me think of the romances in this game. I'm very excited
Oh man, romancing
for.
demons and swords.
I'm very excited for the romances in this game because I feel
Uh-huh.
like these characters seem like more interesting than in Kingmaker, and hopefully the
Oh,
romances will be a little bit more developed.
Robin said, I think they've shown Asmodeus, and he has his fingers in lots of pies. I haven't seen anything about Asmodeus, but
Oh yeah,
I've
because
only seen the stuff that I'm in here. Like
Devil
I've
is one
only
of the
seen this stuff here.
three late game mythic paths.
Oh, so maybe
There's
he comes in and
Devil.
he's like, "All right, I'm tired of this shit. Kick these guys back to the abyss. I hate these guys, and the fact that they've been here for a century is really frustrating to me. So here's some
Yeah,
extra power. Just get it done. Just be done with it."
the three that are later are the Devil, the Golden Dragon, and the Swarm that walks.
Oh, the golden dragon.
I think the Golden Dragon sounds dope.
Well, like I'm sitting here thinking, because I told you about my tabletop
Yeah,
character
yeah,
Terrell.
that's what it reminded
Like
me of.
as soon as you said golden dragon, I'm like, oh, Terrell.
Yes.
My longest living and very first tabletop RPG character.
Oh man.
Who is like slowly turning from halfling into a tiny dragon man person thing.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Plan to
I
play
feel
on
like
Unfair? You plan to start on Unfair? Oh my
I plan
god.
on playing on whatever is going to be as close as I can to the tabletop rule set.
I'll be playing on normal because that is normal.
I like one because like in Kingmaker tabletop was like challenging and then just decrease the ratio to 1-to-1,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. So whatever that
2 months
is,
to finish. Yeah.
then I'll do that. But I was gonna say, yeah, there's the romances. There's a number
Yeah,
of
they definitely mentioned it in
yeah
the feature trailer.
yeah. There's a number of companions you can romance. There's one that's I saw a graphic for it the other day. There's a guy who's male only romance, which is cool because I really wish Tristian was like gonna be a male only romance. I would have gone for it, but he's not.
Trying to think of what other male companions there are. Ikundayo and Jubilost?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Knock Knock,
romance
I
either of
guess.
them.
Would you romance Knock Knock if he was a male only romance?
uh, but you can also romance the queen in this game.
Ah.
Yeah, and she's the one who voiceovers the feature trailer.
Okay. Okay.
I'm here for
I'm
the
gonna be
powerful
completely
woman
honest.
romance.
I didn't even realize that there was a queen. Probably
Yeah,
should
you're
have like, oh, that makes sense. We don't rule this place. We're I guess we're just like the general or something.
yeah, we're like the lead commander, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
you can
yeah,
romance the queen.
duh, there's gonna be a queen or king. Like, I don't know.
You can
But
romance Social. He's the gay guy romance.
Gotcha.
Darren can be romanced by either. There's a succubus companion that can be romanced by either.
I remember reading about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fucking succubus. Okay, sure.
There's also
Are succubus demons or devils in Pathfinder? I think they're demons, aren't they?
I wonder. Succubus, demon, or devil? I think demon. In 5e, they're demons.
Yeah, but that's
I
5e.
imagine it's similar.
That's 5e.
I don't know. Let's see. Pathfinder. No.
Type of
don't give
demon.
me that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Demon.
I sees it. I saw it. It's a type of demon. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a demon.
Demon.
Interesting that they would allow that to be a companion character then.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what her deal is.
Yeah, that's interesting for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. There's lots of different stuff for romance stuff and developing companion relationships. I'm excited to. I'm so excited to play this freaking game.
Dude, I'll tell you this. I was so bad at romancing characters in Pathfinder in
It's
Kingmaker.
so hard. It's
No,
so
the
hard.
I did it successfully on accident with every female except for the one I was going for.
Oh my god.
I accidentally I was going for I think Cleric is the chaotic
Kaliki.
good.
Yeah, Kaliki. Oh, she's neutral good.
I thought she was chaotic good. I'm
No.
pretty sure they're opposites. So like one is lawful evil, the other is chaotic good.
No, she's neutral good.
Lies.
And Kenara's lawful evil.
But anyway, that's the one that I was going for.
Mm-hmm.
I slept with her sister. I slept with Octavia. Valerie got pissed off because she thought I was flirting with her, which I was not. Like.
Do you know how to do the Kaliki one? Because
Nope.
I know how to do it.
And I speedrun the game now. I don't need to know
Yeah.
about romance.
You have
I ain't
to
got
keep
time for that
sleeping-
shit.
You have to keep sleeping with Kenara, and then at some point they'll like switch out, and you'll end up in bed with Kaliki, and that's how it starts.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe I was.
It's the only way.
Oh,
to do
okay. Igloo. Okay, so Aaron, yes, is the devil version of a succubus. Okay.
It. Okay.
I've actually encountered an Aaron, yes, in my tabletop game. That is actually the demon that seduced the druid that I told you about on Song.
Oh,
It
yes.
was actually
yes.
an Aaron, yes.
I ran a Pathfinder campaign where the big bad of the game was the demon lord Pazuzu, because his name is freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah, Zuko from Avatar. It's what his sister calls him, right? Pazuzu?
Oh my god. Pazuzu, demon lord. Why is this in my search history? Anyway.
Probably because you've looked it up while you were doing that
yeah,
Dark
he's
Angel of the Four Winds and the Prince of the
one
Lower
of the
Aerial
eldest. He's the dark angel.
Kingdom. Ah.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
cool. I like him. I just like Pazuzu. It's just a funny word.
It
you know?
is. That is a very fun word to say.
Yeah. I'm so stoked. I'm stoked to play an
same.
alchemist.
I'm stoked to play a new Pathfinder video game.
Yeah, for real. For real.
I've been doing the Kingmakering for a while now. I'm ready for a new one.
Yes, I'm gonna be playing
Although
like all tomorrow night into the morning. It's gonna be like as long as I can, and then Friday night, same thing. Most of Saturday, a lot of Sunday, and then beginning of Monday.
just show off. Just show off some more. I can
It's
play
gonna
tomorrow
be-
night, and then I can't play it again until Tuesday.
I'm just doing it as much as I can, and then after next Monday, my schedule's gonna go back to normal, where it's just 7 p.m. every night, and but I'm doing it every night instead of just Tuesdays and Thursdays this time until Wrath is over.
Yeah,
So I'm excited for that.
But like the other side of things is like I said that I'm really looking forward to a new Pathfinder game, but I'm
Mhm.
also like I kind of want to keep running Kingmaker and try and get that sub 3 hours. I was real close last night. I got 3:03:53, man. That's less than 4 minutes away. 4 minutes, and I could get a sub 3 hour Kingmaker run. I was so close. It's definitely doable. It's difficult, and you have to get lucky in some points, but it's definitely a thing that can happen. So I might do some Kingmaker runs on like Sundays or something. I don't know.
You can keep doing it. Just you know,
I don't
just
have
do it as
time.
often.
I don't have time to do that. Oh. Apparently that link so sorry, for those of you in my chat, that will eventually be I don't actually know if it will pull up for anybody else. Yeah. So that link won't actually be active until about 5 a.m. today. My Moobot just put in a link to my the run that I had last night. It's not actually published yet. I did not expect to be I kind of forgot that I set that command up today. So that link is to my PB. That is to my current Pathfinder Kingmaker world record, actually, for 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 53 seconds. If you want to check it out, you can click the link and then refresh it tomorrow, and it should work. But otherwise, that link should show up again tomorrow in my stream as well. Just to let you guys know why that link isn't working yet. It's because I goofed.
Done goofed.
I forgot
We
I
done
set that
goofed,
up today.
So people wanted to go over some build stuff. You've
Okay.
kind of touched on some build stuff already,
Yeah,
but if anyone in the chats, either chat, has any questions about what we want to do in the game, or like build stuff for Kingmaker or Wrath in general, or anything like that, this is the time to ask. We're definitely happy to answer questions. The mythical video is like 11 minutes straight, so I don't know if we'll actually decide to watch that one.
Rogan
Yeah.
Bald, thank you for the raid with 16 people. What's up, guys?
Yo, what is up?
So, just gonna go over again because it's been another,
Yes.
20 minutes
Yes.
or so. What we're doing here tonight, we're just going over a bunch of the different trailers and other items that have been released for Wrath of the Righteous. Wrath of the Righteous.
They have no righteousness.
No, they have no righteousness. They're righteous.
Yes.
God, that's a thing that was said. So all of this stuff is completely new to me. I've kept myself fairly blind to all this stuff coming into the stream tonight.
Oh, I forgot about this companion.
Delamere looks undead.
Yep.
Looks undead to me. Oh wait, is that one of the spider people?
Yeah, she's a mongrel, like Lan, but she just has a different mutation.
Okay, cool.
Here's
okay.
the sword.
Finian? Nice.
Finian.
The release time is 11 a.m. Central Standard, which is in about 10 hours and 20 minutes now?
Yep.
So we got a little over 10 hours before the game is released. We're not quite going for 10 hours. Just so you guys know, we're not gonna be live until release.
I've got work.
Yeah, I have sleep that needs to happen. We originally thought that it was going to be a midnight release.
We hoped for anyway.
Yeah, we were hoping for a midnight release so that we could like talk about it for a while and then go into gameplay, but that just didn't happen. Yeah. So we're just kind of chilling, just watching over some of the trailers, going over some of the info, shooting the shit, kind of. Like we're just kind of hanging out and talking Pathfinder, Kingmaker, and Wrath of the Righteous.
Yeah. Therence, hello. Glad to have you, my dude. Thanks for the happy birthday. I was about to tell you that back, but that's not the case. Although your birthday was recent, so
Happy recent birthday.
Yeah. Veo Spielsplat says, "Are you going to keep the classes pure for the companions, or will you switch their classes around?" It honestly depends. I like multi-classing, at least to like get people into prestige classes if I can, because I think prestige classes are fun. But I generally keep them at least along the lines of what they're doing, because otherwise it's a level wasted, and I hate that to no end.
Yeah. I was not a fan of Octavia when I first started playing through Kingmaker because I underestimated the value of Arcane Trickster, and so I just leveled her up as a wizard. Also Ryu, for those of you in my stream, this is not actually me controlling the window. Yeah, this is all on UnsungNPC stuff. I'm just restreaming, like he's streaming to me and I'm streaming to you guys. That's kind of why the quality is a little bit lower, is because it's like it's going through multiple whole things. But what you asked was, can Camellia be built into a main healer for the party? So could you check on her?
She is a spirit hunter shaman, which means her thing is killing spirits. So I don't know how effective she could really be without multi-classing her into a like divine class that does healing.
Okay.
Because unless you're like the healing archetype for shaman, you're not going to be healing that much.
Gotcha.
So not great for her. She's more of like she's like a dex-based melee fighter. That's her thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she uses a rapier. I think she's like some type of like aristocratic background.
Yeah, she definitely looks fancy.
Yeah, but she's true neutral.
Wait, there's an actual true neutral companion in the game?
Yeah, so she's true neutral. I'm putting that in quotes because apparently there's like something about her character that happens, but we're not going to get into that.
Mhm. Spoilers.
And then, yeah.
Oh, hey, I saw the panda.
And then I think Nenio is true neutral as well.
Interesting.
In kind of like the brainiac researcher kind of way.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which is what I'm going for in my character as well. I mean, I'm playing my character like me. I'm not role-playing a specific character. I am going to do what I would do in this world, in this situation. My portrait even looks like me. So like that is the goal here.
I might be using the same portrait that I use for my Kingmaker runs. It might still be Terry. It might still be Terry.
Terry versus the freaking demon apocalypse.
Damn right. Who better to do it than Terry Crews? Who better to lead the charge against the demon hordes than Terry Crews?
And then Dragon asked, what do you think for Kingmaker, Aasimar, and Magus? First of all, Aasimar and Tieflings, great in Kingmaker because they get 2 bonus 2s to stats. And Aasimar, you get to choose what they are.
So good. Within limits. There are limits.
Also, Magus is a great class. It takes a while to kind of figure out how to best use it.
If you use it.
Yeah.
Ragangar for me is just somebody who swings a big axe at people.
I literally just buff him up and have him claw and bite his way to victory. That's all I do. I use none of his touch spells.
Oh. Acelia asked how I do Kingmaker in 3 hours and 4 minutes. It's a whole thing. We skip a lot of stuff. You can't actually
play it in 3 hours and 4 minutes. You'd have to speedrun. There's no possible way.
Can't play the game in 3 hours and 4 minutes. So first step is you just have to hit level 15 in chapter 1. Like, it's not too difficult. You just got to do that real quick. It takes about 45 minutes. It's roughly 1/3 of the game.
We have another companion in this game that's going to be true neutral. Greybor is also true neutral.
Oh, interesting.
Has 3 true neutrals. That's a lot of...
I was about to say, considering the fact that they didn't have a single true neutral in the Kingmaker. I honestly think that they, like... I feel like Ikundeo was actually true neutral.
I feel like for the most part he was, unless we were fighting monsters, in which case he was like, they all die because they killed my family.
Well, yeah, but that's like not necessarily any kind of alignment. That's just...
I think it is when you get to the point where, like, just because they are a monster race, they deserve to die, even if they weren't involved in your family's killing. Like, he was borderline racist. Like...
Yeah, but that's not a lawful thing. That's also... Racism is also not limited to any particular alignment. Like, let's be honest here.
I mean, lawful good's kind of like the racist alignment, in my opinion. Because they're just like, if you are against what I believe in, you die. Like,
Igloo says, choosing lawful neutral in Kingmaker is cringe dialogue. You say this to the man who is forced to choose lawful neutral in every playthrough. Lawful and neutral, save too much time, can't be anything else.
I'm excited to have I want to get as many true neutrals as I can. True neutral party. I'm here for it. Let's go.
I was about to say.
We only care about certain things at certain times, and it's whatever we want. That's...
I was about to say with you. Oh, God. What time is it? It's almost 1 a.m. It's way too... I was thinking, I'm like, maybe I should grab a coffee. No. No, because I would like
I had
to
a
eventually
Dr.
get to
Pepper,
sleep.
but
Woljif.
we'll
That's a
there's
fucking
some
name. That is
Woljif
that is a combination of letters for sure.
Woljif Jefto. And then you have fucking Ember. Like,
Yep. Then you
your
have
name is
Ember.
a word.
Yep. And she looks a lot different from Kingmaker. You know, I mean, yeah, she's just an adorable little red panda in Kingmaker, and in this one, she's a whole fucking elf.
Dragon asks, what do you think of the Azada and Aeon paths? Okay, so let me explain what these are for Pondor's sake.
I was about to say, I can answer this very quickly. I don't fucking know.
Aeon is the lawful mythic path. It's one of the first 3 that you kind of get access to, like, starting.
Right, yeah.
It's just all about cosmic order kind of crap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Typical, like, don't do bad things path.
But they're fun.
Azada is the chaotic good, freedom for all mythic path. It's kind of like being a superhero type of thing. You also get a dragon companion that talks in conversations and eventually becomes a huge, like, fairy dragon thing.
Fairy dragons are the best. Before we go too much further, is the chick in the middle of the screen right now, is that the succubus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arushale.
I was
looking
at them like,
espionage.
She's an espionage expert. We are allowing an espionage expert into our party when we are fighting against demons. Can anybody please explain why this is
Wait
a good
second.
idea?
Are these her true stats? Because
that's an insane dex.
Busted. What?
What is this? What is this?
What? This is level 1 stats? What?
I mean, there you go. That's why you want her in your party. Her stats are fucking busted, but my god. I can only assume that by taking her, she's the Tristan of the game.
She's the Tristan of the game. Oh, she might be, man. She might be. Oh my god. Yeah, so all these classes, Camellia is Spirit Hunter Shaman. Sila's just
Can we go in and take a look at their stats? I'm curious if
some of them are filled out, some of them are not.
Okay.
Her stats are pretty good.
Yeah, hers are pretty good. Not nearly as crazy.
No, this is like standard. If you were a dex-based shaman, this is what you would do. Like, this is pretty typical.
High charisma though. That's interesting.
It says hidden alignment in beta set as neutral. Find out through personal quest. Okay.
Is Lan a satyr? No, Lian is a
mongrel.
He's a mongrel. He's like what, half lizard person, half goat person?
Yeah. So
not quite a satyr.
Lawful good paladin of Iomade. I mean, stats are whatever, like pretty standard paladin build here.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to having. She's probably my least favorite companion out of what I've seen so far, to be honest.
She's also like so good.
But she's like, she has this attitude of like, we can do anything we set our minds to. And I'm just like, girl, shut up. That's not true. Sometimes you just suck. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's fine.
Lan, lawful neutral, monks, and archer. Here's his stats. Pretty good.
17, 17, 14, 11,
17.
He has a lot of 17s. 777. Man needs to go to
9
Vegas.
Charisma for being a mongrel is pretty generous. You know? Ember is a stigmatized witch. She's neutral good. And she's got like pretty good charisma and some dexterity, and then I'm assuming that the stigmatized witch plays off of charisma, not intelligence then. Because otherwise she's garbage. Yeah,
if she plays off of intelligence, not charisma, she is garbage.
Oh shoot, my boy Sam is in the chat. He says, I'm going to roll up an all Beastman, all Rogue party.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think you can actually choose the mongrel as a playable race, but man, would that be cool. But hello, Sam. Also lovely to have you, my friend. I have missed you since the weekend. I'm glad that you're
Witches
here.
in Pathfinder. Yeah, so witches in Pathfinder are intelligence based, but there are some archetypes that swap that around.
Yeah. Every caster has archetypes that choose other stats.
Yeah, like I've actually in tabletop I've played a seducer witch, to get back at a GM after a TPK. I was a bit salty about that. And that was a witch that played off of charisma as well.
Arcane sorcerer in Kingmaker and Wrath is an intelligence based. There's also the celestial sorcerer.
I was about to say imperial sorcerer plays off of wisdom.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a bunch of different archetypes that switch that around.
Sam says I'm gonna have the record for the quickest TPK. Oh boy, speed running, but actually the goal is to lose.
I mean, I'm curious what the fastest game is to die in. I'm assuming it has to be like one of the I want to be the guys.
Yeah.
I see a 20 dex.
Whoa, 20 dex, 18 intelligence. Okay, well, Jiff.
So maybe he's not terrible, even though he's an Eldritch Scoundrel.
He does 2 weapons.
He also has a positive con score, so he beats out. Oh, his wisdom is garbage though.
Yeah, but he's they have their backgrounds on here too, because we get backgrounds in the game now.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And there's a few of them that change the stat usage for persuasion.
Gonna be Gnome, Sorcerer, Illusionist, Wrath of the Weird. Hell yeah.
Wrath of the Weird. Oh, there's a special archetype for Gnome that's called it's a Phantasmal Mage, wizard, and it's all about illusion magic for gnomes.
Interesting.
If you want to try that out. Darren is a Oracle. He's neutral evil, Asimar Oracle, life mystery. So he's here to heal.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks.
Powerless Prophecy is my favorite. The analysis from Powerless Prophecy is ridiculous.
Isn't it like okay? So I don't know it. Oh, that's his Oh, he's an Oracle. Okay, yeah. Took me a second to process all this.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Powerless
the background.
Prophecy is great for a healer, especially having that high initiative is pretty solid.
Does he have a 20 charisma?
20 charisma. I mean,
Jesus.
Yeesh.
I mean, okay, so at
7 strength though.
Yeah, but fuck strength. I have 7 strength in the speedrun. I have 7 strength in the speedrun. None of my physical scores are positive in the speedrun. 7 strength, 8 dex, 9 con.
Yeah, I'm not a big strength guy.
Yeah, I dump strength all the time. Unless I am a melee character, I dump strength.
Social is a cleric of Shaylin. Neutral good. Good.
Valerie's gonna come for
her. Good domain and charm domain. I like charm domain. I hate the alignment based domains, to be honest. I feel like
they're very, very limited. They're good for when they're good, but the vast majority of the time they're just gonna be like
19 wisdom, 14 con, and 16 strength. Sounds like a frontline cleric to me.
And a 14 charisma, so she does get bonuses on her
It's a dude.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is the gay romance.
Oh, I was thinking, for whatever reason, I had in my head that it was the paladin.
Ah, right. Seela. Yeah. They both are religious. Regil is our gnome Hell Knight. He's an armiger fighter and a Hell Knight, and he's lawful evil, and apparently they don't have the stats for him yet.
Boo!
But he uses a gnome hook hammer. That's like his weapon of choice.
Interesting.
From what I've seen. I'm ready for
classes seem very unbalanced going by some YouTube VODs.
What?
I don't know what Ascendant classes are. Someone in my chat says, from what I've seen, the Ascendant classes seemed very unbalanced going by some YouTube VODs. The feat that lets you use Int or Dex as your damage fighter are basis of Sword Saint Duelist. Huh. Oh, your damage modifier, not your damage fighter. Gotcha.
Ah.
Okay. I was okay. I was trying to figure out where that word fit into your prior sentence there. Okay, so we see another 20 here.
20 dex, 16 strength, so composite bow for the win. She is an archer.
She is an archer. Okay.
She's an archer
I saw
fighter.
fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you in the game, you get to choose whether you want to take Lan or Wenduag. Basically, you can't have both. I really want Wenduag. I mean, she's got spider legs, and also she doesn't seem annoying.
Good reason. Honestly,
she's
good
gonna
reason.
She's gonna become my Jthal. She's
gonna
become,
the mythic
like, she serves me because I'm more powerful, neutral, evil character.
Okay, so when I mentioned the Ascendant classes, he was talking about the mythic.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the mythic paths. Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be unbalanced. They're supposed to be busted as hell.
Yeah, that's the point of them.
This
so you can go up against demon lords.
This game, I'm actually gonna see. I'm gonna play around with my thing to see if I can set up a timer. So I got asked again, when is this game releasing? This game is releasing at 11 a.m. Central Standard, which is in about 10 hours.
Yes. It's gonna be crazy. We have Nenio, who is our true neutral scroll savant.
No problem.
Illusion specialist, drops abjuration and necromancy.
Countdown. I'm sorry, wait, what happened? What did he do?
Nenio's our human scroll savant.
Okay.
Mage, illusion mage, drops abjuration, drops necromancy. Pretty high dex and intelligence, kind of like standard mage build. It says human. I've also seen people play where Nenio, like they've shown, like Alcat's played where Nenio was a kitsune. So I don't know what the actual truth is. If that was just for the beta to see what kitsune was, but
okay, gotcha.
I have no idea.
Display capture and source.
Dragon, a scroll savant is a wizard who gets to end up using all of their own stats and caster levels for scrolls instead of whatever the scroll says. So they're more powerful. You can use like lower level scrolls at like a higher level. That's the benefit there.
Here we go. I'm in the midst of adding a timer to my stream.
Yeah. Sam, you need my physical copy to arrive soon? Yeah, you do, dude, but you're going to be gone when it arrives, aren't you? Because you're leaving, like, what, tomorrow? I'm going to be playing without you, and you're not going to be able to play till you come back. But you'll have a good time, hopefully. I'm sure you guys will have a blast.
350. There we go. And we'll do 700. Bit too much. 600.
I don't know anything about Delamere.
All right.
Apparently, neither do the people at Affecture Life, because Delamere just says Ranger.
Hooray! We have a timer on the stream.
Yay!
This timer is not exact. It is a rough estimate. We have roughly 9 hours and 58 minutes.
Heck yeah. So here's all we know about Delamere. Undead Ranger.
Oh god.
This is it.
So I just realized why that isn't gonna work 100%. I need to bring this down here. There we go. Okay. And I'll just have to swap back and forth, I guess. All right. So I'm fully back. So it looks like this guy,
true neutral slayer. He's just here for the job.
Okay. And
no
ability scores.
No ability scores from what we can see.
He's a dwarf. The dwarves in Pathfinder do not look like dwarves to me. Or at least this guy does not look like a dwarf.
He's a very handsome dwarf.
I was about to say, most dwarves don't trim their beards like that, so
Dragon says, "Wonder what the romance options are for the undead." I know that for a fact you cannot romance Delamere. That's not an option.
Boo.
No, necrophilia in this
It's
game.
not necrophilia if they're still sentient.
Next we have Finian, who's the talking weapon.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing about what Finian can do in here.
Oh.
I don't even know what
Finian
weapon
can
it is.
morph into the following weapons. Question mark.
Oh.
Oh?
Hey, Video Spielplatz just beat Kingmaker. Congratulations.
Yo, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now, did you get the perfect ending? Because if not, then you didn't actually beat the game and you got to go all the way back and do it again tonight. You have to do it tonight before release tomorrow of Wrath of the Righteous. Otherwise, you're just not. It's just not a valid run. You just gotta go back.
So, Angel and Demon and Aeon are all kind of handed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Azada is able to get Trickster, Lich, all of those. Gold Dragon, there's a specific thing to do. Swarm that walks, specific thing. Legend, don't do anything. Then Devil, apparently you have to be Azada or Aeon first. Aeon I get, because it's lawful.
Interesting.
Azada is interesting, because Azada is like chaotic good.
Yeah, it's literally the diametrically
Maybe it's like
opposed.
betraying it, in a way.
Maybe.
I also wonder,
or maybe it's just like, so you have like you're going in like the realm of the divine, and that allows you to meet whoever it is, whatever devil it is that gives you this power.
I'm also wondering like how it works if you are a mythic path and then change to one of the later mythic paths. Do you get to reset all of your levels so that you can take all of your mythic levels in that class, in those abilities?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
Sam says can't bone a skeleton. 0 out of 10.
Wait, is so I think I was trying to set up the timer while you went over the undead.
Yeah, it's just undead ranger. That's all they know.
Undead ranger, no stats or nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Boo. Boo. Beta testers not having info that they aren't supposed to have.
Here's the thing. This is a touchy subject for me, guys, because there are so many videos out there right now full of Wrath content. Full of it. And there's even people who have never played Kingmaker all the way through, have just jumped on the Wrath bandwagon, and are now making videos, having never played Pathfinder really before the beta for Wrath.
How dare
making videos about how to do combat tips for Wrath. And it's like, do you really know what combat tips are needed?
Do you know what you're doing here, child?
It's bittersweet because what's great is that Owlcat games in general, and this game specifically, are getting so much traction because they really deserve the love and support. They are fantastic devs. They really care about their players and their game, and it's fantastic to see them becoming so popular. But it's also like, it was a thing that all of us were kind of in on before, and now it's becoming bigger and bigger, and all these people who've never played Pathfinder in their lives are jumping on it, and it's like, whoa, there's so many more people involved. It's it's one of those situations, but I'm super excited for all the new players and all the new fans. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited because my content hinges on new people being a part of these games. So
and like, dude, I've already like hugely benefited from this. Like, I posted on the Reddit, not my most recent one, because the most recent run that I have was just over 3 hours. It was the one before that, which was a 3:17, which is still pretty close. And suddenly my YouTube channel went from having like 400 views to 1,200 views. Like, it quadrupled the number of views and watch time on my channel,
which is awesome.
which is incredible. Like, I was not at all
Yeah.
expecting it to blow up like that. Like, I've done it a couple of times in the past, and you know, I would get I would get a lot of views on those videos, but like, I was not at all expecting to, like I said, quadruple my watch numbers from that one, or it was 2 posts. But because of Wrath coming out, everybody's got their eyes on those, you know, on the Kingmaker stuff, the Reddit stuff, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm just basically kicking myself because it's like, I wish I could be one of the people putting out Wrath videos up until this point, like other people are, because I am one of the more experienced players for Pathfinder.
Right.
But I didn't get the beta, and even if I did, I would just rather do stuff for the full game.
Yeah, I've definitely played betas before where I played the beta a ton and I loved it and I thoroughly enjoyed the game, and then I put it down because I got done with everything that was available in the beta, and I never picked it back up on release. And because of those experiences, I don't play betas anymore.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like,
want to
no,
get
I'm just
spoiled.
gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it's done, and then I will just go in,
And
like
enjoy it.
tonight, where it's basically completely blind or pretty
Yeah.
close to it.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's my opinion too. It's why I didn't like really bother to spend any to get into the beta. I was like, I
Right.
just want my copy of the game. I want to be a part of the Discord.
Yeah.
That's all that I really wanted.
Yup.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though. I want to crank out. I mean, the first like until after Monday, I'm doing nothing but playing it. But I will crank out some guide videos. My channel artist Shane already has a bunch of the thumbnails ready for me.
Nice. What's a thumbnail?
We've been prepping for this, so we're really excited to get it going.
I'm definitely going to be doing like I'm not going to be trying to do guides or anything like that because I know nothing about this new game. But I will be putting up my gameplay, like stream VODs, onto my YouTube channel. But not quite as long of videos as I've been putting up, like multiple hours. I'll probably chop them down to like 30, 40-minute chunks and put them up. That way I can actually have consistent content to put up on my YouTube for a long time coming.
I don't know why it's like there's like this white highlight over it at all, but this is my my portrait here. There's a guy named George84 who made the character here, based off of a picture of me when I really enjoyed that, and then Shane stuck the background behind it. And,
nice.
It's my alchemist here.
It's your alchemist, huh?
In his lab / library.
God. So I just realized if I'm gonna make my character a lich, I can't be Terry Crews because I'm not gonna do that to Terry Crews. So I'm gonna have to find somebody else that I'm okay with making a lich out of.
Yeah. I have another portrait of me in a different alchemist garb if you want.
Nah. I'm probably I was like, I'm probably gonna find some like stupid shopped picture of some other celebrity. Like somebody just said Vin Diesel in my chat. Maybe. I could maybe see Vin Diesel being a lich.
I mean, there's portrait packs on the Nexus.
Yeah, but
lots of portraits.
I downloaded one of them and they had a whole bunch, but none of them are as fun to me as like, I'm just gonna put a celebrity into this game and this is gonna be my character.
Oh my god.
And like I could see Vin Diesel being a lich. Like he's already done Riddick, and that's like almost a lich. Not really at all, but he ended up being the leader of the Necromongers, which has something to do with death, I think. I know they kill a lot of people.
What about Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis. Oh my god. What about Bruce Willis?
He'd be a terrifying lich.
I mean, to be fair, any of these people would be terrifying. Anyone would be terrifying as a lich. Are you kidding me?
Lich is scary.
Liches
I'm.
are...
I wouldn't be opposed
Betty
to being a
White
lich
Lich is the most terrifying thing of all time.
if I make the decision to if I make the certain decisions and I become a lich, I won't complain because I get to add negative energy damage to my bombs.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the lich's
Oh,
things.
Danny DeVito as a lich. Wait.
Oh my god. Video Spiel Splats says clinched Eastwood. It's like Clint Eastwood but with lich in it.
Right,
instead of
yeah.
clinched
I'm...
Eastwood.
Oh, man. Oh, that is a terrifying picture.
I know for a
Open
fact
image in the
I
new
won't
tab.
be an
So-
angel or a demon.
I'm trying to get this so that it'll actually like show on the stream. There we go. There we go. Danny DeVito as a lich.
Oh no, Danny DeVito.
He's just like a zombie. He's like a little like, you know, Danny DeVito's a short guy. This Danny DeVito is like 6 inches tall, and he's just like, he just took a bite out of some lady's leg. He's just a zombie. It's just a zombie, very tiny Danny DeVito.
Danny
eating somebody's
DeVito.
leg.
Danny DeVito Lich Gnome.
Yeah, pretty much. Is this gonna be my damn character? Come on. Is my character gonna be Danny DeVito, the gnome lich?
I would love to see someone play gnome.
Oh man, is this actually? This might actually be the thing. I don't like it that this is the thing.
Yes, you heard it here first, chat. It's been decided.
Maybe,
If he doesn't-
if I don't find
do it-
something else better.
If he doesn't do it, he's a liar.
I mean, I've already said that. I'm a liar. I don't care.
Oh.
I will like that's kind of hilarious, and I like that.
Oh man. This
Somehow
game's
it gets
gonna be
back to
sick.
Danny DeVito, and he like sends Hitman after me. How dare
I
you
don't
say
know
I'm
what-
a gnome?
I don't know what background I would do for my character, but I want my background to be whatever one changes what stat I use for persuasion. Because I don't want charisma.
What is mythic level? I only know epic levels in D&D. I don't actually know too much
It's a
about how
level-
mythic works in Pathfinder. I've never
So-
played it myself.
Yeah, you've got your 20 character levels, and then your mythic levels are separate, and you get 10 mythic levels.
Okay.
So you'll gain all new feats and abilities and things like that for your mythic levels.
But it's not like just straight experience to level up your mythic level, right? It's
No.
like something different.
Yeah, it works a little bit differently. I don't know exactly how it works because I haven't played.
Okay.
But it seems to be separate.
Damn it.
Either
don't have-
that
I don't
or
have
the
any of my
mythic
path-
path.
I don't have any more. I don't have my Pathfinder first edition books anymore.
It would be separate,
my
or the
friend has
mythic
them all.
path is just like it just starts late, and then
It might also just be like as the story progresses, you might have
yeah.
like you hit
I don't really
a
know.
story beat, you get a mythic level. Like
I know you get 2 mythic levels that are generic levels before you end up picking your actual mythic path.
okay.
But the mythic level, like generic ones, like one of them you gain an ability, one of them you gain a feat, and the abilities that you can choose from are like the starter ones for like the 6 main mythic paths. Like each of them kind of aligns with a mythic path.
Okay.
So
Speaking of mythic paths, didn't you have a video pulled up for those? Or
I
you-
did. It was 11 minutes. I'm happy to watch it if you want to.
I'm down.
If you want to. Yeah. Okay.
I am gonna go grab a drink real quick, so I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm definitely down after that.
Cool. I'm gonna go use the restroom then as well. Restroom break. Everyone, go pee. Get your water, chat.
have a drink. And I have returned. Uh-oh. Did he also leave? Mythic levels in first edition Pathfinder are gained via trials. Ah, okay. So he took a break as well. Okay. Ochre Lord, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Hey!
I've got Snickers.
Oh, man. I haven't had a Snickers in a long time. I love Snickers, but they're not good for diets.
It's the only candy we really eat. Like, I don't eat a ton of sugary food or anything, so I eat Snickers occasionally. And, I mean, chocolate's better for your teeth than fruity candy because it washes off in your mouth, whereas fruity candy gets stuck on there forever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I like pretty much all candy, and it's one of the reasons that have to be on a diet. Is because I ate too much for a very long time.
I didn't eat enough when I was younger. My doctors were always concerned.
Well, like,
that's because my parents always gave me food I didn't like.
I was always around 180 pounds growing up, and then I got into working at UPS as a loader, which dropped me from 180 down to 150 in like 3 months. Like, I lost 30 pounds in 3 months. And then I gained all of that back, but it wasn't fat anymore at this point. Wiki already talked all classes in the game. Okay. Just message in chat. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, me losing and gaining weight. So I loaded at UPS for 9 years, and then my back quit, and then forced me to also quit. And I started working at Pizza Hut, and I kept eating like I was still working at UPS, but I was no longer doing all the exercise that you do at UPS. And anybody that has done sports for a very long time will tell you that that is how people get fat. I ballooned from 180 I got up to 245 pounds. And I'm now working my way back down. Apparently that's like a really big thing in like a lot of like professional athletes and former Olympic athletes and all that stuff, is like after they retire from the sport, they'll still eat like they're still doing the sport, because you need a lot of calories to be able to do that.
Of course, yeah.
And that's why a lot of former athletes balloon really quickly after they retire.
Yeah, I can see that. Bye, Spiels Platts. Have a good work. Have a good work. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. We got it.
I was about to say, when we want to just jump into this vid.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's do it. And like, if we want to stop and talk about stuff, we can as well. Like, we don't have to watch this straight through. Also, I have this video playing 3 times on 3 different monitors right now.
There's music though. I'm so here for the music.
My name is Alexander Mishulin. I am
same.
creative director for All Cat Games, and we're here to talk about Mythics in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Mythics is an enormous pillar for this game.
They've all got their summon lists.
The way you play your hero throughout the game, and gives you an enormous amount of choices, both mechanical and story-wise. And it also ties into the crusade. You will be leading an armies to vanquish demon forces, and Mythic allow you to choose which forces you will be leading into the battle. It started quite a long ago when we were thinking what
video sound is very low.
Okay. We were playing
Can we pause the video for a sec? I don't know. Let me pull up. I don't really want to raise the volume level too much. Hey, Marker. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know if we just wanted, if you want to just like bump the volume up on your end.
I bumped it up a little. He is talking a little bit quieter in the video as well.
Okay.
If that's affecting it, where the voiceover on other videos has been louder than he is.
Okay.
Sure. So that could be part of it.
Right.
Yeah, I can bump it up a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe just like a little, and then we could just.
Yeah.
Is there closed captioning on it? That might help. It might not. It might not be like exact, but it might help.
Yeah, it would be close enough for sure.
All right. So that should help.
Cool. And then I was gonna say, I remembered that on the Ask Me Anything, I like read into that and like everything, and someone asked about future like Pathfinder campaigns being turned into games, and they were talking about how like what?
I did see something like that as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see their answer though.
Their answer was like that, like about half the team is like loving Pathfinder, and half the team is like, okay, we're done with Pathfinder. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing next.
Right. Maybe they do a second edition thing. Maybe they do Pathfinder 2.
Maybe we go into Starfinder.
I've never played a Starfinder game.
It's really good. It's basically like Pathfinder but in space, and I would love a good sci-fi CRPG because I really just don't think we have one, to be honest.
That I feel is a very safe assumption. I feel like it's not a common thing for sure.
It would be awesome to have one, and it's a part of the Pathfinder timeline.
Right, yeah. So I do want to comment on something that I've seen already in the video. The overworld map movement. I've mentioned this a couple of times in my streams. I really wish that they wouldn't lock the camera to your token as it moves. And I noticed that when they showed it, the camera was locked to the token. Because like when you're moving halfway across the country, like watching the token doesn't really do anything. But if you can move the camera, you can go and like look around the map. You can see like if there's little nodes, like those little resource nodes. See if you can't find one that you haven't found yet and all that stuff. Or if you're someone like me, and you're like trying to move as quickly as possible to certain spots, sometimes, you know, you can't go straight to the place that you're trying to get to. You gotta like get the path to a certain part and then go there. So like I really wish that we could unlock that camera, and it looks like that's not going to be a thing, or at least that's not the default option. It would be really cool if they would change that though.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I instinctively just like pause the movement like anyway. And so then I can like move around and kind of like figure out where I want to go.
Yeah.
But I do see what you're saying, like being able to like evaluate things as you're going would just make things a little bit quicker.
Yep. Because pausing your movement is not good for speed.
They have added camera rotation into the game though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh man. So one of my normal chatters mentioned that she had found a mod for Kingmaker that let you rotate the camera, and apparently that broke the game like hardcore. Like the walls that you're not supposed to be able to see because the camera doesn't aim that way just don't exist. Apparently you can just walk through them sometimes. Like it breaks the game big time. And like I thought about that, and I'm like, that would be really funny to just put that into like a speed run and just like just go places. Just like a fully mod supported speedrun or something. Like it's completely broken. It's really dumb. But
It's like one of those like perspective things, and like being
Yeah.
able to do stuff because it changed the perspective. It's like yeah.
Yep.
It's
Oh yeah,
I love that.
there's a bunch of clips. Clipping in Pathfinder is easier in certain like orientations than others.
For sure.
But yeah, that's what I noticed. If we want to keep going, unless you have something you want to talk about.
No, I think I just wanted to
Okay.
just mentioning the team being part of the team being done with Pathfinder.
Does the game have pointy hats for casters? No idea. I hope so.
I saw some in some trailer stuff.
Well,
So
there we go.
We will be
Maybe.
playing at the tabletop Wrath of the Righteous, of course. And Mythics caught our attention. It's like a super class for a character. For example, take an Archmage. It's very powerful mage that wade into the battlefield, starts throwing spells, everybody dying, burning. And when we talked about that, afterwards, idea came to us, what if we will take this another step forward? Like, what is the most powerful mage or the lich, powerful necromancer, that go into the battle with a horse of undeads?
Look at all those guys.
Yeah.
But we talked about lich, who is a powerful mage. But what will happen if I am playing, say, a fighter or a rogue? It's not just a prestige class. It's a bigger feature that ties to any class you can be playing. If you are playing fighter, you will be gaining abilities tied to the undeath that helps you fight enemies. When lich travels, he can travel with his ordinary companions, but he also can find fallen heroes that could be risen and join to his brigade of undead creatures. And of course, it's not.
So as a lich,
Mhm.
you can find dead heroes and raise them and make them fight for you.
Yep.
What the hell? Also, you get you also get an undead minion that you get to like choose abilities for as you level up your mythic path as well.
Oh, so like kind of like evolutions on an Eidolon or something?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. So something that somebody asked in my chat, and I typed out an answer to it, but I just want to speak about it. They asked, do streamers get early access? And the answer to that is some do, but we are very tiny fishes. We are very small. So we did not. We do not get special treatment. We will be waiting just like everybody else. The timer up on my stream is the time until the release of the game. It is not the timer for when I will be starting my stream of the game. I will still be doing it at my normal time tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central.
If you're wanting to watch someone before Pondor or I get to play, Co Carnage gets the press release version of it, so he'll be playing at 8 a.m. Eastern, which is what, 7 a.m. Central,
something like that.
And
he's one of those special ones that got early access.
And he also is the voice of the optimistic voice in the game for characters.
Oh, is he? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I think you did tell me that at one point. I just forgot.
He's probably my favorite streamer out there. He's a great, awesome person. Like,
thanks.
Okay, he's
you're garbage.
He's my favorite streamer who I think is above being my equal. If that makes it better.
I'm just giving you shit, man. I'm just fucking with you.
Dragon says, what do you guys think about the Alcat pre-order bonus? Well, I paid for the $40 package, which got me the game and a number of the in-game items, but not all of the newly added ones, just the original ones.
Yeah, I bought the game.
Which I am excited.
I did pre-order the game. I bought it. I don't know about any bonuses. I did not look into any of the bonuses. I didn't care. I was gonna buy it anyway, so I figured I might as well get it before it releases, so I could be done with the download and all that stuff day of.
I will tell you that some of the backer like things that you could do were nutty. Like there was someone who actually paid like $10,000
Mm-hmm.
and got to create an NPC.
Hopefully, it's better than Darwin.
Oh, fucking Darwin. All right.
Continue
The
on.
only time I ever liked the Hell Knights is when it was either them or Darwin.
No, fuck them. Fuck them forever. I hated them even still. I killed everybody. I killed both of them. Both parties died in my first playthrough.
It's hard to hate on the Hell Knights for bothering the people of my town when everyone in my town are just freaking whiners the entire game.
They made the game harder for me, so fuck them.
Oh yeah, I didn't get any of their events because I just kept letting them do whatever they wanted. I was just like,
oh no, like
I'm gonna help you.
I got dinged a lot for a lot of points in my
Yikes.
kingdom from those guys. Yeah, they can go to hell. They like it so
man.
much. But yeah, let's go.
Only about spells, abilities, mechanics. It's also about a story. As we go into the dark magic more and more, some of the companions start to argue about our decisions and probably will even leave our side because they just cannot
Yes.
stand our decisions.
Leave our side.
Choices and
No.
our magic and our
Be mindless
so
minions
the
for us.
witch was the first idea, but who else will be fighting the demons?
Dinosaurs.
What other choices player will have? Most
Obviously.
obvious one is angel. Angels are great at fighting demons, and angels are just a logical way for, say, a paladin or some cleric to go into. This myth
Look at that.
is all about two things.
All right, that cloud looks so freaking smooth though.
Let's yeah, I was about to say.
Cleric to go into. This mythic
That
all
does
about
look really cool.
two
Like
things.
it's a little bit low quality because it's
First
being
one
compressed and
is
uncompressed.
Yeah.
supporting
But
helping
even still, it looked
everybody
really good.
around you
Oh
on a
man.
grand scale, gaining a lot of powerful friends and going into battle with those friends by your side. Or on the other hand,
Angels suck.
angels could be vengeful. They could be quite angry at demons and can go into the battle with sword blazing, destroying everybody, throwing them around, cleansing the evil from the earth, from the ground of Sarkoris. And we implemented both sides of the angel, and it's up to you to choose whether it will be kind and merciful or vengeful and powerful. What other mythics do we have? Azata. Azatas is less known archetype. They're fighting for common people, not fighting for the grand cause of forces of good, but they want to help this person right here, right now. They live in a place called Elysium, which is epic version of ordinary nature. Have the biggest forest with huge trees, enormous mountains stretching into the sky, but it's not really a very safe place because it's nature, and they're well equipped to
Nature
deal with
scary.
that. Azatas also friends with a lot of creatures, and one of the type of creatures that lives in Elysium is Havoc dragons. Havoc dragons are mischievous, rather big dragons that also have the same view of the world as those creatures. So when we make our first steps on the Azata way, small Havoc dragon just joins our side. She is cute, very talkative, like a lot of talking, and very curious, and also enjoys sweets. As you grow in power,
Oh my
she will
god.
evolve in
You get a
powers.
dragon animal companion,
By the end of
basically.
the game, you will be
And apparently
it
it has some kind of bardic song that it's doing.
With powerful breath, powerful spells helping you.
Powerful
But we
spells.
have Aeon.
Hold
Aeon is
up.
the cosmic judge of balance.
It's a dragon that casts magic.
Hold the fucking phone. You get a... That's basically another party member.
Yeah.
That's basically another full power... Wait, does it take up a party member slot. Can you go back and see if it takes up like a slot on their party member list? Like when they're in combat, does it show their...
No, it's not showing the portraits down
Ah,
there.
damn.
But I don't think that it does.
Because if it does, then that's still cool, but it's not as busted. If it doesn't, and you get another full powered, basically another person, that's insane.
Yeah. My other question would be, if it isn't just an animal companion, what if you already have an animal companion? Do you get 2 animal companions?
That's not unheard of in first edition.
That would
Pathfinder.
be insane.
In second edition, they hate fun and got rid of the possibility of having multiple animal companions at once. They have a whole archetype for having up to 4 animal companions, but you can only have one of them active at a time. So it's like, all right, well, fuck fun, I guess.
The Havoc Dragon.
You can have a dragon companion, or okay, you can have the dragon on top of your regular animal companion. Yes, from chat.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see myself being in Azada. I like chaotic good in concept. I just hate every chaotic good companion that I come across in these types of games.
Kitten, I'm trying to lure a cat over here.
Like
they're not having any of it. He's just staring at me.
Like Lindsay. Hate her.
I relied on Lindsay a lot in my first playthrough, for sure. Like I think most people did. Not even because of the she can't die thing, just the fact that bardic performance is just such a powerful ability.
It is good.
Like, it gives a competence bonus to so many things, and competence bonuses are very hard to come by. So it stacks with pretty much everything, and it's so good.
True.
You made somebody mad.
It just wasn't.
You made
good
someone
enough
mad with your Lindsay hate.
It just wasn't. It wasn't good enough for me to keep her whining self around all the time.
She survives in the speedrun.
Dragon says his accent is very thick. Yeah, well, they're from Moscow, Russia.
Yeah.
So
yeah, these are not native English speakers.
They are Russians, or maybe others from other countries around, but they're in Russia. So yeah, that would be why. Because in Russia and France, tabletop is huge in both of those countries.
Is it? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I am a true American. I know literally nothing about any other country but my own.
I have a handful of French viewers that tend to watch me.
That's cool.
Play games. Yeah. So it's interesting. I think next he's going on to talk about Aeon. Also, for the Lindsay lovers out there, look, you guys can love Lindsay if you want to. It is your right, okay? But I cannot take this happy-go-lucky, we can do anything we set our mind to, can-do attitude crap, because it's not realistic. Like, it's very two-dimensional to me. Like, she's just on all the time. And it's like, girl, chill out. We can't help everyone we come across. Sometimes we need to just rob their bodies instead.
You can if you're not an asshole, and it just sounds like you're an asshole.
I can't. I did.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
Aeon is cosmic judge of balance. They're about making everything right.
Speaking of assholes, the Aeon.
Not just right, like.
Hey, Bahamut's awesome.
Of some king.
So is Anima.
The right on the cosmic scale of things. When somebody summoned demon to the Galarian, they already committed a crime. Demons belong to the abyss. they not belong to this world. So when you are becoming an Aeon, first thing you will be getting is special kind of gaze.
I heard about this.
Seeing through the characters and understanding that those characters committed crimes, some kind of crimes. You don't know which, but you can go and talk to them and understand if those crimes are heinous enough to be punished. And as time goes, your power grows, and you can find out even deeper secrets and deeper crimes wherever you go.
That sounds cool.
And your powers is all about neutralizing the effects of powerful creatures. You are very good at defense.
You are also apparently able to create
So
black
obvious
holes.
but interesting choice is Demon. How Crusade will react to you becoming something they have to fight, and they're fighting for 100 years. And how demons will react to the new kind of enemy. So we tried to take this idea and go with it. Narratively, Demon is about rage. Will you succumb to your inner rage and just do what it tells you? Or will you try to somehow control it and remove
Wait, go back. I missed that.
stable
I missed what just happened.
and do what it tells you? Or
Oh.
will you try to
Oh, you
take
just
this
straight up
idea
murder somebody in the
and
middle of that,
go
huh?
with it?
A main
Will
general
you
NPC in the game.
Oh,
will
okay.
you succumb to your inner rage and just do what it
Surrender.
tells you? Or will you try to somehow control it
Jesus.
In front of the War Council.
Stable, I will say. And
Just
this
fucking
theme
zero
goes throughout
shits
the,
given.
whole demon part of the story, how it will control himself, how can
If only Ragongar could see us now.
Yeah, really.
or probably balance is a bad thing, and probably we should just go all out and just destroy everything in our path. And last but not least,
Let's fucking go.
Trickster comes out from the idea that not everybody will take the whole premise seriously. Just see it as a joke on a cosmic scale. And what is your part in this joke? Are you the one who is telling this joke, or probably who is on the bad side of the joke? Trickster abilities is all about the breaking force wall in different senses. At some point of time, Trickster understands that the world he is in
What?
dice rolls. Everything. And this Trickster, he's good with cheating.
Are you?
That actually makes sense with the whole Nat 1 to Nat 20 thing.
In this world, when attack misses because dice roll showing 1, it will become a critical hit because dice roll becomes 20. And if we are talking about Crusade, troops for Trickster are also quite strange. For example, one of the troops we will be selecting are based on very powerful but quite insane builds made by our players. For example, we have a special build that is great with folk art. Very quite uncommon weapon that is good at tripping enemies. And you can summon those guys, because those guys are also very powerful. Not very typical, but it's not the way of Trickster to go usual routes. And there are some more mythics. When we were doing a Kickstarter campaign, Locust and Dragon were stretch goals, and we reached them, and we're very grateful for our backers for that. And of course they're implemented into game, but they're also integrated into the story rather heavily.
The Swarm.
It is very difficult to talk about them without spoiling how they work, when they become available. I could just say that they also drastically change your experience of the game. Some of them even in more ways than we spoke recently, Leech or...
More ways? Oh my god.
So this is obviously not the point of this video, but something that I was like, wait, is that really a thing? Was how he pronounced that weapon, Falkard.
I thought it was Fouchard.
I've always said Fouchard or Fouchard.
Oh, what?
Like, I've always said it the same way. I've never heard it said with a hard CH sound. Fauchars? What?
An ad for this, really?
It's a minute-long ad? Fauchard.
Fauchard.
Okay.
Okay, Fauchard.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, one of the guys in my chat, Melted Igloo, said having actual interesting stretch goals. All of those stretch goals were they were interesting mechanics to put into the game.
Oh yeah, we went
Like,
we went
it's not
hard on
just
it.
you get an extra companion or something like that, which that can be interesting, but it's like not super interesting.
Yeah, so here's what they did. So the first one was adding War Priest as a class.
Okay.
Pretty basic.
Mhm.
The next one was adding Woljif as a companion.
Also pretty basic. There's the big
then
one.
They added Cavalier and Mounted Combat.
Yep, there we go.
Then they added more brutality.
Yeah.
For fighting, like the Dretch being cut in freaking half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they added Swarm That Walks and Gold Dragon Mythic Paths.
Right, which that's what we were just talking about.
Then they added the race we voted on, and Kitsune won. I wanted Ratfolk. Here's what I was thinking. Ratfolk that was a part of a Swarm That Walks. Just sounds fucking cool. That's what I wanted.
This next one is also really cool as well.
Evolving Animal Companions, including armor for animal companions.
Somebody asked, can you ride everywhere indoors in churches? Do NPCs care?
I know that you can.
I have no idea.
Underground and like dungeon stuff, I know that you can ride, as I've seen it. I don't know in buildings or not.
Hi, kitten.
They added Scald.
Oh, okay.
They added the themes being performed by a live orchestra that they got to record it all, which is actually pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. Wait, how much did that cost over the last one? Like, that one's 1.03. That's what? That's 60,000?
They had 985K and then
right,
the next one's
right. I'm like the difference between them. I think that's 60,000. No, 50,000.
Yeah, 50. Which is less than like these two. It's like
right
70.
That's I can kind of see that being a bit cheaper because like that is coding and like development time and all that stuff, whereas it's just like you hire an orchestra for a day to perform these themes. Or maybe not for a day, I don't know how long. But we have a cat.
Yep.
We have a cat.
We have a cat.
We have a cat. John has joined us.
Hello.
This is John. This is one of my cats. He is the one who is most likely to be seen on stream. And I'm actually kind of surprised that it took him 2 hours to get here. And up on the shoulder we go. But anyway.
They added double reactivity.
Yes.
For like the race and stuff like that.
We have 9 hours and 8-ish minutes before the game releases.
They added an archetype per class.
That's cool.
So there are 6 archetypes per class.
Wait, there's an Oread race?
Yep, you can be the Oread race, and then they added Spanish localization as well.
Nice.
But yeah, Oread. They actually have their own archetype too. It's the there's like a stone monk archetype.
Oh, interesting.
It's Oread only. They added 2 romance options, which is Camellia and Darren.
Okay.
The 2 noble people.
Makes
they
sense.
added twice the amount of attack animations.
More features
for each race.
Oh, the tactical battles was a stretch goal.
Yep.
Oh.
Then they added more global map encounters.
Riddles. Oh god.
I don't know what the heck this is.
Oh god, riddles. I'm fucking done. I'm dead. I'm never beating this game. I'm never beating this game ever.
Oh yeah.
Trash
added
game, uninstall, demand refund, move on to the next.
They added magic on the Crusade, which I guess is being able to do magic stuff on the strategic map.
Interesting.
I don't know how that works either. Then they added Finian.
Finian almost cost as much as hiring the orchestra. But this next one.
Dinosaurs and Hunter class, which did get added in. We just got it post.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, this game was aiming for 300,000.
and we
got
over 2.1 million.
Yeah, we got like, yeah. This is like
Jesus.
the before it was done, and then the stuff added on to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's insane. This is the one I got. $40. I get 4 in-game items. I get the red dragon helmet, which I don't know what it does. I think it gives you I think it gives you a dragon breath ability. You get a hero cloak, unholy signet. The arcane signet gets you additional spells per day.
Jesus.
Or spell slots or something like that, which is
God, that'd be good.
Freaking sweet item right there.
That's so good.
Especially for an alchemist. I am still a caster, so beneficial.
Hell, I'm just sitting like okay, so I'm looking at all of this stuff from the eyes of a speedrunner. And one of the biggest obstacles that I run into is I don't want to rest ever. But you gotta. You gotta to get your spells back. So anything that adds more spells. Oh, so good. So good.
$169 or more, and you
Nice.
can get a little figurine painted for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they did some really crazy stuff. But yeah, like they did, one backer did the 10,000.
Jesus.
You get 8 digital books from Peso.
I'm sorry, did you say Peso?
The people that do Pathfinder.
You mean Paizo?
Paizo? Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Everything is pi. It's Paizo, it's Pitax.
Everyone in the game calls it Pitax.
I don't care. They're wrong. I'm right. It's Pitax, damn it.
What I would have loved is like the cloth world map. That would have been freaking sweet.
That would be really fucking cool.
You get your own portrait in the game. Name created with you. And you get to go to Moscow to party with the devs.
Oh, God.
Little did they know COVID was going to hit.
How long was this game on Kickstarter?
Oh, man.
Like, when was this a thing?
When did this start? That's a good freaking question. It's probably in the update section.
Like, you just got to scroll all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be one of those. Oh, no, that was only the 10. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. We don't have to.
It's fine. It's not that bad. I kind of want to know now, like, how old is this? I feel like it's pretty...
I tend to forget that Kickstarter is a thing. Like, Kickstarter, Patreon, all of those, like, crowdfunding things, I forget that those are things, and it's kind of probably a bad thing for me to forget.
I only found out about this Kickstarter because Ko mentioned it on his stream. And I was like, oh, for real, though? I want to back the next big Pathfinder game. Okay. So we reached the War Priest goal in February of 2020.
Wow, that's actually not that long. Somebody asked, was it
launches February 4th.
February 4th, 2020. Wait, and so when was it?
They got
in a day.
Original goal in a day.
You know, that doesn't surprise me, honestly.
Oh my god,
that does not surprise me, honestly.
I think I remember now obsessing over how quick it was going because I kept mentioning it to my wife every time something was happening. I was like, "Can you believe this?
It's crazy."
You said someone in your chat asked something.
Was it Ko who did the $10,000 one, or was it?
Oh man, I I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think Ko did the $10,000 one. Because he's never talked about having a character portrait or a boss or anything like that, but he has talked about his voice being in game. So I don't think he did the 10,000.
Okay.
Because if he had all that extra stuff, he would have mentioned it by now. Because he didn't have to keep that secret.
Right.
Might
Might have
and
wanted
none of the in-game character portraits look like Ko, from what I've seen.
Okay.
So
it's all just kept secret. He was actually under a secret NDA.
He couldn't talk about his voice being in it for a while.
Showed a character portrait yesterday, but it did not look like him. Okay.
Yeah, the character portrait he tweeted out was he had someone make his character that he's going to be playing because he's playing a Aasimar Deliverer Slayer.
Oh.
Of I think it's Iomade that he's doing.
Okay.
Well, he'll get along with Siwa, I guess. Freaking Paladin of Iomade. It's interesting that he's playing Lawful Good, though.
I'm going to have to figure out how to make that picture into a portrait. The freaking stupid picture of Danny DeVito.
I'm wondering why my portrait that Shane made me is, like, brightened up. It looked like it was whiter than it should have been. I'll have to see what that's about. Yeah, I don't know, because, like, in the chat...
or brightness settings?
Because, like, in the Discord where he sent them to me, they look fine, but when I open the original, they don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't do the pictures. I don't really understand how all that
Neither
stuff
do
works.
I, which is why I have him do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The cat has left us.
The cat.
The cat left us. He heard his sister making noise in the other room.
I'm interested now because they've talked about the other Mythic Pass having even more to do with the story and the changing of the world than the G ones. And that's like, ooh.
And did they talk about the Lich?
Yeah, that was the beginning.
That was the beginning? Okay. Oh, yeah. That's right. I was like, I know they talked about, like, the divine beings, devils, demons, angels, azatas, aeons, all that stuff. They hinted at the dragon and the swarm that walks. The picture for the swarm that walks was super dope.
I know.
But, like, if they're using Pathfinder, like, Paizo art is always fucking on point. Like, it's always so good. It's one of the reasons that I bought so many of those books.
I feel like Alchemist becoming a swarm that walks could totally vibe.
I don't know. God.
Alchemy and bugs. That works.
Maybe.
My incense becomes bug pheromones.
They didn't talk about devil.
No, they didn't. They didn't even mention the devil.
Really? I thought they did.
No, they mentioned like the demon and stuff, but not the devil or the legend, which is the absence of all of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is crazy. I didn't even know devil was in until someone was talking about it, and I was like, "Wait, you can devil's a mythic path? What? I didn't even know that."
That's super interesting.
I do like, so the demon thing, what people need to know, if anyone's interested in being a demon, you need to know that you can only transform into a demon aspect when you're raging. It's
so
like
you
a
need
rage
to be
power.
a barbarian.
Well, I mean, you get rage as part of the mythic path. But yes, you could.
I figured. It's just like, oh, shit, I went demon and I'm a bard. Oh, well, fuck my life then.
But yeah, it's not that you get to transform all the time or anything like that. So just be wary of that when you are doing it.
Just have infinite rage rounds. It's easy.
Now, Golden Dragon, if I can be a Golden Dragon at all times, that is what I'm looking for.
Now, is it better to be a dragon or to add a dragon to the party?
Probably to add a dragon to the party, but chaotic good is not my thing. It's like people trying to be good and just going about it in like the worst possible way. I don't know. What does a gold dragon do? Honestly, I have no freaking idea.
Yeah, they did not go into that. They just like, hey, these are things that are things.
Yeah.
Bye.
No one knows what anything about the legend, devil, golden dragon, or swarm do because they're all late game paths and no one's had access to them at all in the playthroughs.
Yep.
So no one
Yep.
knows.
And we're basically just like, well, we're just gonna find out what we find
I'm
out.
just gonna freaking find out, see what happens. I'm excited though. I'm excited for those late game paths. I feel like
Same.
that's what I want to do. I want to be one of those.
Although I do just want to stay a lich as well. I really like liches.
Liches are fun. I love undead necromancy shit.
God.
So
I've done it 3 times in tabletop. I've successfully done it once. I have tried it 3 times. One of my characters, well, 2 of them are dead and one of them is in Hogwarts. And is also become a Draco Lich. That would be busted as fuck if you could do 2 of them. The Golden Dragon and the Lich.
What if you're just Dragon Disciple-ish?
Dragon Disciple Lich? Oh. That'd be dope. That'd be really cool.
I wonder if the Lich has a possible ability you can pick from where you get to make your natural attacks from any transformations do negative energy damage.
Don't know.
That would be insane.
It would be. Just
I know you can,
just ignore every DR.
Oh man, I can see myself going Golden Dragon.
Would that ignore DR?
I think it depends because I think like some demons are going to be DR lawful or DR good or something.
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess even though it's negative energy damage, it's still a physical attack, so you still would have to go through the DR. Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of, is it still considered a physical attack because it's now negative damage?
Yeah.
But then again, if you're a lich, like a lich is going to be a magic based class. Like I don't see a way for a lich to be a martial class.
It does. I mean, they have ways in the sense that like you get like some innate undead abilities that make you stronger or better
maybe
at fighting. That's what they talked about. But I know that like the Lich has their own spell book and it does merge with specific class spell books.
Oh, really? Okay.
So some of the paths have some spell books and some of those spell books merge with specific class spell books, which is good because then you get way higher caster levels. But if they don't merge, then in some paths spell books don't merge at all, then you're just having 2 separate spell books. So that's also a thing to think about.
Oh god. So
sounds like a lot of restarting to me.
Well, my next question is, if you have shared spell books, or even if it's separate spell books, then how do the spell slots per day work? Do you have spell slots per day for each of those spell books then?
Yeah,
like those are also separate?
Yeah, whenever you have separate, like whenever you're building up, it's like if you're trying to become a Mystic Theurge before you.
Oh
take
yeah,
Mystic
I guess
levels,
it would just work the same way as if you're multi-classed, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that.
Yeah. Because we technically have because we multi-class into a bunch of different spellcasting classes in the speedrun. We use all of the spells that well, not all of them, but we use spells from 2 of the 3 classes. Every choice that we take for the mage's class after the familiar is absolutely useless. We don't use any of their abilities. Except for the main one, which is why we take it, which gives us a +2 to our spell DCs. But anyway, damn, there's a lot There's a lot. There's a lot to this.
This game is going to be involved, which I'm excited for. Because I feel like once you get the hang of Kingmaker, like after a number of playthroughs, it just becomes so trivial, like in certain things.
So I did 2 casual playthroughs of Kingmaker, right? My first one was a trash fire by the end. Like everything was dying, like the country was on fire, like I was on like riots. I never got down to crumbling, I don't think, but I was on like riots mode for the last like 3 chapters straight. Like I don't know how I didn't fail or increase it ever, but whatever. Second time through, I think we got down to worried once ever. And that was after we got like, you know, because like at one point you have like 400 BP stolen from you. And if you don't have 400 BP, then you go negative, which automatically drops you down to the next level of like unrest. And that's literally the only time that it ever dropped below stable. The entire playthrough. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that. The Kingmaker like mechanic of this game, which I'm assuming is the tactical battles, we still haven't seen a whole lot of. Right? Like in all of the different videos that we've watched tonight, we haven't really seen a whole lot of the tactical battles part.
Do you want to?
I mean, I'm down to check it out and see what's going on with it.
A boy, Samori Sykes has done a lot of stuff. He's a trickster video that I showed you.
Okay.
He did one where he goes over some of the tactical battle stuff. It's a pretty good. I
was about to say a lot of these thumbnails aren't exactly helpful with that.
Trying to find
Mass
out.
Effect 1, huh? I started playing through the legendary. I still remember in late 3.5 using cold iron good weapons with quicksilver tablets attached for dealing with evil outsiders. I'm assuming that's to deal with all the different sources of DR for them.
What was that? What were you just talking about?
Somebody in my chat said I still remember in late 3.5 using cold iron good weapons with quicksilver tablets attached for dealing with evil outsiders. I've never played like actual 3.5. I've played Pathfinder First Edition, which is apparent like from what I've heard and read, it's like very heavily influenced by 3.5, and by very heavily influenced I mean pretty much stolen from what I've heard. If
you clean your own ears.
Do you clean your own ears?
I do. How did you know?
Oh man.
That's a visual.
Yep.
Sorry you all had to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He gets into like army stats breakdown, general overview, units. And we can like skip around to like specific parts. But I feel like army stats is a pretty good tidbit. But like you get generals for your army.
Oh hey, Keston is back.
What?
Isn't the guy on the bottom left? Isn't that Keston from?
No, that's the main. That's like the default warrior main character portrait.
That looks a lot like Keston's portrait from.
The armor is similar.
Yeah, the armor for sure. The hair is also very similar.
So
yeah, I recognize a lot of these. I recognize a lot of these portraits.
Yeah, you get like generals, and you get to buy like units, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so like you have your resources, and then, you have this like I think it's like money, and then you have like this divine points or whatever, which are like special things that you can get. But you can like combine and move armies around, so your armies move along the map separately from you.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And then
underneath them to show you how many units each of them has. And by taking a look at them, oftentimes you can figure out how they attack. So you see this person has a two-handed weapon, and the other one has a sword and board. So that, of course, lets you know that they have to get up close in order to be able to attack you. If you put your mouse down on the field while one of your units is selected, it'll show you how many skills once per round. Units with the people.
So you also get to cast abilities from your general.
Yeah, I was seeing that. I saw a couple of things about that
Once per round.
when you were talking about like the resources and all that stuff.
The talents that your actual units have as well. So since he's an archer, I'm going to go ahead, shoot him.
Have a good night, Dragon Man. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Have a good night, dude.
And Scorching Ray, one of the better low-level spells. Is this Heroes of Might and Magic 5? Funny you say that.
Haha.
Owlcat was apparently, or at least some of the people from Owlcat were doing Heroes of Might and Magic, like way back in the way back.
Yeah.
So they do have experience with that kind of game.
Yeah. But yeah, Samori Sykes, he's done a lot of stuff for Wrath over the past couple months. So if anyone wants any extra info that I haven't put out yet or anything like that, he is the guy to go to. I've been watching his stuff like crazy without trying to get myself too spoiled.
Yeah, I know nothing about this game yet, except for what we've seen tonight. So don't expect me to be an expert on this.
But yeah, feel free, like anyone at any time, feel free to comment on like this stream or any video ever, and like ask questions. I'm happy to answer to the best of my abilities. I answer pretty quickly. I have a lot of people that like to comment and talk about different builds and different class stuff for Kingmaker, and I love talking about that kind of stuff. So there's only going to be more of that with Wrath. Only going to be more of it.
Yep.
Very exciting.
I also have a YouTube channel. It is linked down in my down below in all the Twitch info and all that stuff. Hey, there it is. So that any percent world record right there, that is currently a lie. The only reason that it is still labeled as the world record is because I have not finished well, the actual world record isn't public yet. It will be public in about 3 hours, actually. Also, in about 3 hours, that's about how long it takes me to beat the game. So, as you can see by most of my videos, I am a speedrunner, primarily. I speedrun Kingmaker. It's the one that I've been working on that run since early June. Started off at 12 hours, and I've cut it down to 3. So, quite a bit of progress there. I do have, I did a couple of build guides, the one with the puzzle pieces missing is actually the updated version. The other one is garbage. Don't watch that video. It's wrong. I just haven't deleted it yet. It's so bad. It's so bad. There's no editing at all. It's a bad video. I need to actually delete that. But yeah, that's primarily what I do. I am not going to be speedrunning Wrath immediately. I will be playing it casually. For once, maybe twice even. And then depending on what I find when I play through it, I might speedrun Wrath. We'll see. I heard earlier tonight that it's supposed to be longer than Kingmaker, which does not bode well for a speedrun, but might be able to make it work. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. We both also have Discords.
We do.
If you're in my stream, you should see a link to my Discord. If it doesn't work, let me know, because Discord is dumb about that stuff sometimes. If
mine's also in the description of my video, or it should be.
Yep.
Or
yeah. I think I also have a Facebook thing and all that other stuff. Let me actually look at my channel. Uh-oh, this is actually a bad idea. I'm going to close that because... Echo,
mine
echo,
is
echo,
mine is
echo,
posted
echo.
on my channel. So
Yeah, like, I can never remember what my Twitch channel actually looks like because I very rarely actually see it.
I have a question because I was
Yep.
looking up to like tag you for my tweet earlier, and yours is like Ponder, but the ad is like at
Pondor was taken.
yeah,
Yep.
and the other Pondor has the same photo as you.
What?
There's like another Pondor on Twitter that has the same exact photo.
Is there?
Yeah.
So
Like,
that might
see,
actually have
Pondor
been...
won.
Oh, Pondor 1. Yeah, that one I made... Yeah, so that one I made, and then I didn't like that one. I didn't like that
Okay.
name and that so I pretended like that one did not exist and went with Pondor was taken. Plus, Pondor was taken is a lot funnier than Pondor 1. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Speedrun
wait, did I
Pokemon?
actually? Yeah, I did speedrun Pokemon Sword like way back when. That was my first actual speedrun that I finished.
Dang.
Yeah, I did. It was like just under 5 hours for that one. Apparently, I just tend to take fucking really long games and speedrun them, and even the speedruns are multiple hours. But yeah, there is actually if you look in my playlists on my YouTube, one of my videos in my PB playlist is my Pokemon PB. Yeah, speedrun personal bests.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that one. That's my old PBs. Nobody cares about old PBs. They're bad. Yeah, there you go. That's the playlist that has like my actual current PBs. The Pathfinder one will be moved to my old PBs playlist once my next one is out. But yeah, that's me. My Discord is... I'm bad at paying attention to it, I'm going to be honest, but if you hop in and you say stuff, I will eventually see it. And I will eventually reply to it, even.
I mean, I'm on mine all
Yeah,
the time.
you're a lot better at it than I am. You're a lot better at it than I am. I tend to forget that mine exists a lot. I think I've posted stream announcements on my Discord like 3 times in the last month, and I stream 3 nights a week. So not great. It's just something that I keep, like, I have not gotten into the habit of actually doing yet, so. But yeah. Is there any other plugging to do?
I don't think so. I think you covered our bases here.
Well, okay. One thing that we should probably talk about. When the hell are we actually playing this game? So you go first.
So I am playing at... Oh man, what exact time should I promise? Because I'm trying to remember if my Meet the Teacher ends at 7 or 7:30.
Oh.
And I don't remember for sure what time it does.
Okay.
I will be streaming. I'm going to go ahead and promise.
Yes.
Hang on. I need to figure out when to Meet the Teacher is.
Okay.
Hold up.
While you figure that out, I will
Yeah.
plug my stream for tomorrow. So I don't have that problem. I will be going live at 7 p.m. Central Standard tomorrow. I will be streaming until 2 a.m. Central Standard. So a little bit, like, right now it's 2:22, so roughly around this time is when I'll be going offline tomorrow. Or I might forget and just go like an hour over, because that happens sometimes when I get into a game. I stream my weekly schedule is right now. It is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be playing Wrath of the Righteous. Sundays are they're like my day off. where I just play. Right now I'm finishing up a playthrough of Final Fantasy X after that, because I promised when I hit 50 followers that I was going to beat Battletoads. I will be playing through Battletoads once I beat Final Fantasy X, and I'm not looking forward to that because that game is pain embodied. My cat just meowed at me as if they agree. But yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays will be Kingmaker Wrath. Sundays it will be Final Fantasy X, then Battletoads, and then other Final Fantasies after that. I'm planning on going back through Final Fantasy IX all the way down to Final Fantasy VI in reverse order on my Sunday streams. Oh, and for those of you who are not on my channel already, that is at twitch.tv/Pondor. That is spelled Pondoor. It is the exact same as the YouTube channel that is currently being displayed on the screen. I have the same name on YouTube and Twitch. Trying to think if there's any other shilling that I can do for myself.
I got my figured out.
Okay. One last thing before I go. Also, if you have your Twitch Prime sub and you haven't used it yet, I would appreciate it. Yeah, bye. Go ahead.
All right. So, Meet the Teacher ends at 7:30. So I'm going to promise
7:35.
Because I don't know how traffic's gonna be, to be honest.
Oh, 7:36 then.
I'm gonna promise at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow is when I will start my Wrath the Righteous stream. I have no end time planned. I'm going to just be streaming until I feel like I can no longer continue. And then Friday night, it will start at my usual start time at 7 and continue all night. And then the weekend is just going to be like any downtime I have, I will be streaming it until Monday's over. And then I will have my normal schedule next week starting on Tuesday, where it's 7 p.m. every single day except for Friday. So this Friday is the only Friday I'm streaming. Usually I don't stream on Fridays because I have my tabletop group. But I will be doing 7 p.m. every single day, and then on weekends I usually start around 2 p.m. So that's my schedule. I will update it in my channel description as well.
And what channel is that?
And the channel is UnsungNPC, unsung like unsung hero, and then just capital NPC, like an NPC.
And this is on YouTube. He streams on Unsung streams on YouTube. I do Twitch.
Yeah.
So
I do YouTube streaming because I started making guide videos first, which are on my YouTube. And I just want everything in one space. So that's where I am located. So you can check me out on there. I don't have anything about, any subs that cost money or anything. But if you sub, the closer I get to 1,000 subs, the likelier I will be able to do channel memberships and do fun things with that. So
yep.
That's a ways off. But anyway, that's my ish.
All right. Well, this went for roughly 2.5 hours longer than we originally planned for it.
But it was fun, and lots of people had things to say, which was awesome.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us and watching and all that good stuff. Now my phone's yelling at me.
Such a great turnout for this event.
Yeah, for sure. I peaked at 50 freaking viewers, which is roughly 5 times higher. 5 times higher than I've ever seen. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
I picked out 11, but I'm on YouTube. So.
Yeah. People don't like watching stuff on YouTube. That's not a thing that people do on YouTube. They don't watch stuff there.
Awesome.
But we were originally planning on doing this short, hour-long release thing from 11 p.m. to midnight, and then we were gonna go and play the game as if if it were a midnight release. But it turned out not being, which was kind of actually a blessing for this. Because we got through one video before the midnight time
Yeah,
limit
we
would have
really
hit.
got to like actually dive into stuff
Yeah,
on this, which
like
is fun.
yeah, talk about it
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. All right. Well,
Sure.
yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. Toss me a follow if you haven't already, if you want to watch the Wrath stuff coming up in the future. My god, what the hell's going on? Go away. Phone's go it's 2:30 a.m. Why the hell's my phone going off? Anyway, follow us, subscribe to us, hang out in the
Yeah.
chat with us. Appreciate it and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking in circles because I tend to do that at the end of my streams.
Me too.
All right, bye
Good stuff.
bye.
Bye bye.